Yes, good afternoon and welcome to the NPL South Australia Round 6 action between Campbelltown City and West Torrens Birkalla. This week we're live from the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, and Round 6 of the NPL South Australia is proudly presented this week by Elliott and Turner Travel Associates, and you can visit their website at travel-associates.com.au/deals for exclusive offers. And also remembering that RAA proudly supporting football in South Australia. And you can get a quote from RAA this week, and always supporting South Australian soccer. Round 6 action, as we mentioned, Campbelltown City hosting West Torrens Birkalla. And today's match day commentary team, if you could turn that down, Mr. Peppercelli, that would be great. There we go. Our match day commentary team, Paul Pellizzari, Rob Peppercelli, and, well, special comments from abroad. Andrew Sperling.
Up in the air.
Up in the air. We're quite next to us. Not quite next to us today, but it's a very good afternoon to you, Rob.
Yeah, good afternoon, Paul. Good afternoon to the viewers today here at, as Paul said, the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. This is the home ground of the Campbelltown Red Devils, who are flying high at the moment. I think they're equal top with a couple of other teams there, with Adelaide City and I think Metro Stars as well. They're up against Birkalla. They've had a win and haven't been travelling too well, but this will be certainly an interesting game. I know Kamal's back into that lineup, or he's on the bench in today's clash. We'll go through it a little bit later on, but it's going to be a ripper of a game, I reckon. Round 6.
Very good afternoon also to Mr. Andrew Sperling.
Yes, hello, gentlemen. I agree. It should be quite an interesting game. Last time we saw the Red Devils, they went down 1-0 to Croydon in their only loss for the year, and we've seen Burks, and I'm intrigued to see them a few weeks later to see if they've stocked up a little bit and travelling a little bit better than they were a few weeks ago, so should be quite an interesting game.
And ironically, as Robbie did mention, Burks' only win has come against Croydon 1-0, so does that mean anything in the bearing of today's game? Well, it's a very good afternoon, firstly, to answer that to our boundary rider. Thanks to Dry Creek Auto Wreckers, Mr. Ryan Marveggio. Good afternoon, Ryan.
Good afternoon, boys, and good afternoon, viewers. How are we all today?
And listeners as well. Our listenens through Adelaide.
And listeners, sorry.
Yeah, Adelaide Web Radio, for those of you that maybe a little bit worried about the data on their phones or their smart devices. You can listen just to the audio stream of our matches of the round each week through Adelaide Web Radio. So as we mentioned, Ryan, a very interesting statistic. Burks' only win against Croydon. Croydon beat Campbelltown. So does that mean...
It's very confusing. I mean, Adelaide City...
What does that mean?
Campbelltown beat Adelaide City. I mean, yeah.
No, but I think it shows how tough the league is. It's, like we say every week, it's whoever rocks up and wants to play the football the right way will be the deserved winners and get the cookies at the end. But speaking on that, hopefully Birkalla can put on a better display than they did a few weeks ago when we took their coverage against Metro Stars, where Metro Stars were convincing winnings. But also, I was a bit disappointed when we saw Campbelltown a couple of weeks ago against Croydon. They had a lot of ball possession, a very organised team. They knew what they were doing with the ball, but they were very indecisive when they got to their forward third. It was their last pass or that last decision-making with their cross or to shoot that really let them down against Croydon, and they allowed Croydon to stay in the game, and eventually Croydon got the win. So it'll be interesting to see what they've sort of improved in the last couple of weeks in that area of their game.
Okay, reminding you that this round 6 action is proudly presented by Elliott and Turner Travel Associates, and you can check their website for exclusive offers. We've also got some other matchday sponsors. Rob, if you'd like to go through those.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Boundary Rider, Ryan Marveggio is brought to you by Dry Creek Auto Wreckers, 310 Cormac Road, Wingfield. Adelaide Wrecking Yard, stocking second-hand and rebuilt parts. Phone 82603088. You probably need a lot of rebuilt parts, Ryan, for your car.
Yeah. Hey, leave my car alone. I love my car.
Let's just see the boys down at the Dry Creek Auto Wreckers. Top Goal Scorer of the Year award is brought to you by the OAS Group. The OAS Group provides a range of construction, building, design and renovation. Go see the man down on the boundary, Ryan Marveggio, and his partners, Anthony Di Bartolomeo and Diego Barbara, the professionals to help you build your dream home. The Stats is brought to you by Chemist King. Hectorville, just down the road here, not too far from us. At 84 Glenburn Road, Hectorville. Go see Michael Uccello for the range of pharmaceutical products. And it's this time of year that you have the influenza injection there. You can book that down at the Chemist King. So just there's a sign out there. Just go past and go in and have your flu injection done down there as well. Around the Ground scores is brought to you by West Beach Pizza Bar, 699 Burbridge Road, West Beach, for your mouth-watering delicious pizzas. Replay Man of the Match, and also we've doing the Player of the Year as well. So, and that's brought to you by the LSA Live Streaming Australia. If you're looking for live streaming your sports events, corporate functions or business seminars, see the experts at LSA Live Streaming Australia. Give Spells a ring, Andrew Spelling that is, on 0418 847 125.
It is a very picturesque ground here at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. The Adelaide Hills in the background. A beautiful backdrop here at Campbelltown. Let's go.
Now, we've got Cassandra at half-time.
Yes.
Cassandra Treppiedi. She'll be interviewing the chairman of Campbelltown today at half-time.
I've got
That's
a big
Don
announcement as well,
Liam Bruno, yes.
Nice
Hey,
government
boys,
grant.
also, just from, we remember we opened here last year with those
Yes.
beautiful new LED lighting
they've changed.
panels. What's happened?
Yeah.
I told you they were down.
Very good observation, Mr. Sperling.
Yeah, well, I just knew that they were just so state-of-the-art previously, and
Well, he's not up there for a reason.
it
the lights.
created such a vibe. But
Well, Cassandra might be able to answer the President that at half-time.
yes,
Very good question, Spells. Let's go through last week's results, gentlemen, and some very interesting results as they come up there on screen. Firstly, as you boys mentioned last week, as the original derby, Adelaide City, the original Greek-Italian derby, Adelaide City pumping West Adelaide 4-0. Caretaker coach, Rob, what news have you got on their permanent
For West
coach?
Adelaide?
Yeah.
Jimmy Karatzis is coaching down there at West Adelaide now.
So what happened to George? What, they cut him so quick?
No, it wasn't George. It was
George,
Elias. Elias
Dimoussidis.
Dimoussidis.
George
yeah.
is down at Olympic
Oh,
Boys.
sorry,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
George,
So
we love George.
What happened to Elliott?
Elias, don't know.
Was he caretaker, maybe? Or
No, he
He
wasn't.
was-
No, he was a full-time coach. And
I found out some
disagreement.
information.
Go on,
Yeah,
Ryan.
disagreement.
Yeah.
And
No,
that's it.
yeah, I found out some information during the week, asking my sources, and it was just basically disagreement, two different ideas, and West Adelaide wanted to move in a different direction than Ilias did.
so you wouldn't you wouldn't do your due diligence and find that out before you appoint a coach, is that right?
Well, sometimes,
that was the question. I think,
sometimes it's
Seriously?
too late.
no, you know,
no.
No,
that's
thank you, Spells. Yeah.
Now that's one of the discussions and a main point that we sort of had because West Adelaide were quite poor in that game, and they deserve to be in that position because they've had quite a few coaches in the last few years. So you've got to put it down to the hierarchy not doing their due diligence
Absolutely.
before appointing coaches. So
Mind you, these boys want to get into the A-League. Look out.
Okay, the other games, South Adelaide 3 defeated Birkalla 1 in last week's result. Croydon 2, Adelaide United 1, and Adelaide Comets 3, Sturt Lions 1, Metro Stars 1, Olympic 0, and Campbelltown last week. Good win on Monday. That game was 4-2.
Sorry, who was that again, Robbie? On
Parry
Monday?
against on Monday, wasn't it?
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah.
Campbelltown
Monday night.
versus Parry Hills 4-2.
Wednesday, there was also a game Wednesday. Adelaide United under 21s defeated South Adelaide 3-0.
Oh, it's big for them. They needed that.
Looking at the table after, because that's updated after the game Wednesday night, Adelaide United and Panthers, and on top we've got three teams on top on goal difference. Adelaide City on top on 12, Metro's on 12, and Campbelltown on 12. Comets fourth on 10. Then we've got Croydon on 9, Olympic on 7, Adelaide United with that win on Wednesday night with 6 points, Parry Hills with 6, South Adelaide with 6, Sturt Lions with 4, West Adelaide with 4, Birkalla with 3. So it's a pretty even competition at the moment, all bar the top 3, I suppose, the top 4. The other teams are still in it as well. in the
I
top
don't know
6.
how even. I think the pace setters are starting to kick clear of the chasing pack. Rob?
I saw what
I saw
I've
the
seen
top
of
3.
Adelaide City and Metro Stars boys. Again, they look like the pace setters of the competition. Adelaide City were, and I was Spells and Rob can vouch. They were excellent to watch in that first half. That was my favourite game to watch. That first half of football, they were brilliant. They just had intensity, defensive pressure, attacking pressure. They were a great team. I think Adelaide City are going to be the team.
The players
to
they
beat this
picked
year.
up, Valentino Yule and young Joshua Murray back into that squad from a couple of seasons ago.
Still
Brilliant.
think be a little bit early to discount the Comets as well. Just last year they stacked their squad. They started fast and sort of seemed to peter out just at the business end. This
Well,
year
we haven't had a chance to see them yet, so
No.
yeah, I agree. Once we see them, have a look at them. We've got them in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
and I just hope maybe they're going on a little bit of a different path and just trying to set a bit differently and pace themselves to come home hard, because I think they're certainly a talented squad and they have the ability to probably push both of those teams, Ryan said.
Well, what about the Warring side? West Adelaide, second to bottom, 4 points. I know it's only 5 games in, but a team of that calibre, a club of that calibre, I think we saw it with Blue Eagles. Everyone kept saying, no, they won't go down, they won't go down. It's Blue Eagles, they can't go down. They went down. West Adelaide, surely, boys. Any worrying signs there, or do you think that Birkalla and Sturton South will be
They've
fighting
lost
out for
a lot
relegation?
of good players down there.
West
so.
Adelaide?
No, not only that. Yeah, they've still got a good team,
Yeah,
Robbie. You got to
yeah,
look
on
at
paper.
they've still got on paper. They've got a very good team. They've still got Lewis Moss in goals. He's second in the FFSA Player of the Year. Here they've got Robbie Lippert, Ella Farakis in the back. They've got Jack Hill. They've got Perry Mitras. They've got Karat. So they still got a very good lineup. But I think Jim Karatz's first job, and thinking about what you boys are talking, he's just got to get some. He's just got to settle the whole club, like even the players squad. Everybody just is probably on edge. Everybody looks unsettled, and it's transferring onto the pitch. They look very disjointed last week. They look like a team that had no idea what was going on, and it really, really affected their first half. Adelaide City really got the jump. So I think Jim Karatz's first thing that he needs to do is just to get everybody settled down, refocus, and let's reforming as a club and as a team, and try and put that on the pitch. Because last week, if speaking of worrying signs, yeah, of course. Because last week, to me, if I was the president of the club, to me that first half, even that second half, was completely worrying. He had players arguing on the pitch, and that's just a snowball effect that just can keep going, and it's hard to catch after.
I don't know how easier it's going to get today. We'll have a look at this week's fixtures. We'll start off though with Adelaide City and Olympic. As we said, midweek, I think Wednesday night, Adelaide United 3-0 over South Adelaide. No surprises there, boys? No?
No,
No,
I
stop
think
scared.
I picked Adelaide United.
You backed them, you said.
Not backed
Slip
them,
of the
but I
tongue?
picked them in my tips.
Oh, okay.
There's a tips going around, so I've picked them in that tips.
Okay, so today Adelaide City take on Adelaide Olympic. That should be a good game,
Yep,
even
I
though
picked a draw.
it's first versus sixth.
I think that probably the first absolute acid test for Olympic.
Yeah.
You know, to sort of, and that's of course assuming that Adelaide City are going to carry on the fine form that they're showing at the moment, and if they do, I think we'll get a real indication of where Olympic are at.
21 goals in 5 games, Adelaide City.
They won their first game 10-0, if you remember.
Yeah.
They've only conceded, but nice hammering last week as well. 4. They only conceded 3 goals so far this season. But looking at Olympic too, they've scored 6 and only conceded 4. So it'll be a tight affair, you would imagine, there, Adelaide City and Adelaide Olympic.
That's why I went with draw.
Next, well done, Rob.
Rob.
Here we go. I'm waiting for Spells' tip. He's been on
Well,
fire.
you couldn't tip a draw in that game.
Why not?
Oh, how could you?
We'll see you at 5 o'clock this afternoon.
That's right, 3-1.
Sturt Lions take on Metro Stars.
What, to Olympic?
Sturt Lions take on Metro Stars today, boys. And that's at...
Metro should
Adelaide
go on their
Shores.
winning ways. I think they should win that one.
Yep.
Yep.
Croydon Kings, here's the one that a lot of people are going to keep their eye on. Croydon Kings host West Adelaide. West Adelaide new coach, as Ryan said, looked very unstable last week. We'll see how they react to a new coach. There's always a win for a new coach.
That's why I backed them.
Not this
You've
week.
backed them.
I backed West Adelaide.
Spells has gone against you. Croydon. That one there, I'd maybe tip a draw. Of course, the match of the round is the 1 week covering, so we'll talk about that shortly. But rounding it up on the weekend on Sunday, and I get this at a 8:15 kickoff, boys. Is that right? 8:15 Sunday night.
Yeah, probably.
Adelaide Comets take on
8:15,
Parra Hills.
yep.
That's
It's
a
Monday night, actually.
Monday night, the
Yep.
26th, of
Yep,
course. Sorry,
26th.
Yep, 26th Monday night. I've got a public holiday. No.
No.
It's the Monday night
That
game.
was, that was last week, Paul.
At the home of the Comets?
Yeah, home of the
Home
Comets.
of the Comets, yep.
Hosting Parra Hills Knights. Monday night, 8:15. Gives a chance for some of the other clubs also to get out there and check out that game. So the other games this weekend. And, of course, this round 6 action, NPL South Australia round 6 action between Campbelltown City and West Torrens Birkalla. We're live from the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, proudly brought to you by Elliott and Turner Travel Associates. Visit their website, travel/or dash, is it dash, not slash, there you go, on screen, travel-associates.com.au. You can go / for deals and their exclusive offers
The
for...
game's going to start a little bit late. It's 3 o'clock now.
Yeah, so we'll keep going on and have a look at the
Lineups.
preview, at the lineups. Why not? Absolutely.
Looking at the Campbelltown Red Devils lineup for today's clash, it is in goals, number 20, Nicholas Harpers. Number 2 is Sean Harvey. 4 is Ian Fife. 5, Matty Mullen. Interesting to note there, Ryan, that Matty Mullen did get a 3-game suspension. They appealed and they won the appeal. So they threw it out. No
What was
more
the 3-game suspension for? That's a pretty hefty suspension.
It was a melee after a game, one of the games they played here.
Against Campbelltown, wasn't it? Because Fifey got a cracked nose and, yeah.
Yeah, Campbelltown versus, I'm not sure who they played.
Para Hills, I think.
Yeah, it could have
Monday.
been Para Hills.
Bit of extra spice in that game.
No,
Mullen.
no, it was before that, a week before that. It was here.
I thought there would have been some spice in that Para Hills game.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was going to play against Para Hills, but he played
because they waited
on
for
the appeal,
Brazil,
and the appeal got thrown out. So he won the appeal. Anyhow, he's number 5. Number 6 is Dion Kirk. 8 is Alex Mullen. 10 is Luigi Detroit. He's been in good goal-scoring form as well, Detroit. Number 11 is Anthony Torre. 14, Adam Pictionary. 18, Yohi Matsumoto is in there. Number 23 is Jake Halliday. On the bench for the Campbelltown Red Devils is number 3, Anthony Hartnell. Number 7, Jackson Stevens. 15, Alec Mayolo. 16, Andrew Mayo. And the reserve goalkeeper is 99, Joseph Ruggiero.
Have a look at our referee today, Rob.
Yeah, I knew you'd be happy. He's the shortest bloke there.
Take it easy, pal. Good things come in small packages. Let's have a look at the Birkalla line-up in goals. And this is correct as at 2:30. It may have changed just before kick-off. Joe Gauchi in goals, wearing number 2 today for Birkalla. Ambasaga Yosiev. Number 4, Christopher Ashwood. Number 7, Fumiya Suzuki. Number 8, Jesse Francesca. Number 9, Donny Pollock. Number 14, Oliver Zafiridis. Number 17, William Plush. Number 23, Jake Monaco. 29, David Zarillo, and the captain wearing the number 80, John Paul Chirillo. On the bench for Birkalla, number 10, Ian Camus. Number 11, Dylan D'Agostino. 18, Jordan Watson. And the reserve keeper for the Birks is Jasper Kelly.
And the official for today's clash, the senior referee, is David Albert, and as Paul just mentioned, his assistant is Drew Faulkner, and the other assistant is Angus MacDonald.
Interesting with Kamau on the bench. I reckon, as Ryan said quite a few times, and as we've noticed, that he never seems to run a game out. So perhaps having the first 30 or so on the bench might be a perfect game for him.
Which is not bad.
That's a
It's
famous.
Belsy. It's warm. There's going to be a lot of zapped energy, and what Birkalla didn't have last time is that X factor that come off the bench to sort of something or change the game. So having Ian Camus, their number 10 type player, to come on, especially in around the 65th minute when it's warm and the energies are zapped, is a good little. It's a good little tactical move there by Catter. There might be something behind it, I reckon.
That's a pretty famous name for a referee's assistant, Angus MacDonald. Angus Burger MacDonald. Got it?
How long were you working on that one for, Rob?
Great. No, I just worked it out.
Last time,
Quiet for a few minutes.
Ryan, you might have to come a little bit more to your right, mate. Just the last time these two teams met, West Torrens Birkalla at home drew with Campbelltown 1-1. But here on Campbelltown's home turf, prior to that, Campbelltown running our victors 2-0 and 4-0. So overall, Campbelltown at home here have played the Birks 11 times of late for 7 wins and 4 draws, have not lost to Birkalla here in the last 11 outings.
Okay, both, they're in the huddle at the moment, the Red Devils. Just trying to G themselves on for this big clash here at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Birkalla up against Campbelltown. Cananzara, the coach of Birkalla, and Joey Mullen, the coach of the Campbelltown Red Devils. Remembering Cananzara played with Campbelltown Red Devils back in his days after the A-League, after the National League days.
Going around the table, boys, for our selections. It's people have said to me, how come this is the match of the round? Well, probably on paper it's not the match of the round. The Federation, in fairness, want to give some exposure to all the clubs in the first 12 rounds. And I think you'll find in the second half of the season it'll be more of games of importance as opposed to giving everyone a little bit of bite at the cherry. Yeah, exposure. Well done. So, Robbie, we'll start with you, mate. Campbelltown, Birkalla. I think this will be a 4-way bet, mate, this one.
Yeah, I think Campbelltown should win this game. At home, they're a little bit more stronger. They're a good unit. I think they'll do it. Detroit has been in great goal-scoring form. Matsumoto needs to get in form, and I think he'll be raring to go, and I think they'll win this game comfortably.
Yeah, I'll go along with you, Rob. Spells?
Yep, by how far?
Yeah, easy. Brian?
Birkalla.
Oh, of course.
Odd man out.
He just did that for spite.
I think you used to play for Burks, didn't you?
When I was like maybe 12.
12, yeah.
But Birkalla just to throw something there.
Spanner in the works as the game underway. Round 6 action. Once again, thanks to Elliott and Turner Travel Associates. That's Campbelltown in the old red strip, kicking to left of screen. Birkalla in their black and yellow. A la Wellington Phoenix kicking to right of screen. And it's Campbelltown in defence through Matty Mullen going wide. And Pictionary couldn't control it, and that'll be the first throw-in of the afternoon.
On the far side, I think it's Suzuki. Takes the throw and goes to Monaco. Loses out, though. Red Devils have got it. They try and go into attack. Alex Mullen's got it. Gets it down the line, trying to find Matsumoto. Well read there by the Birkalla defenders. Oliver Zafaridis.
What's Matsumoto got on his head?
Headband, isn't it? No, he's got the colour.
Dyed his hair.
Dyed his hair a bit.
Boys, while the ball's out, very interesting. Adam Pictionary, he was in the right back, so it looks like they're playing 3 at the back, Campbelltown.
So Campbelltown Red Devils, Detroit spins around, switches play, looking for Matsumoto. Can he control it? Does so. Goes backwards, does well. Finds the player there in Harvey. Back to Mullen it goes to Matsumoto once again. Likes to take on players, but good comeback. There by the defender of Birkalla, intercepted. There by Campbelltown, through Pictionary. Still with the ball. He's had a few touches already, Matsumoto. Not a good ball there by Dion Kirk. Straight into the arms of the Gouch, Joe Gouchy.
The couch, you love that. I'm getting closer to you, Rob. I can't see in that left-hand corner, mate.
I tell you what will be, again, the true test of skill today is at very, very strong gusty winds. So we talk about it every week, how you use it, you know, your deft touch. Can't power the ball in conditions like this. You've just got to show skill and placement with your foot. So again, the team that uses it better, I'm sure will come out on top.
Who's aided by it, Ryan, down at boundary side, thanks to Dry Creek Auto Wreckers?
Probably going straight across, Ryan.
The wind?
Yeah.
Oh, you just went off, mate. You might have flicked your switch off.
No, switch is on.
Okay.
It must be the operator upstairs. Not going to blame anybody.
No, I
but
think camera guy, dude. It does die down, but when it does pick up, it's quite refreshing because it is quite warm down here pitch side. So, but it is blowing across. So it's going to be interesting. It's definitely blowing to the Campbelltown way at the moment.
Well, it's been the Campbelltown way so far, but free kick, maybe first one of the afternoon. Gee, I think I might be having to keep these stats, Rob.
All right, well, there'll be some bagging going on.
Let's be honest, Paul, it's not a hard job to pick up. If Spells can do it, I reckon anybody can do it.
First foul of the afternoon, conceded by Campbelltown, so Birkalla.
Spells did a good job last week.
Spells is doing a very good job on the stats. Started a bit rusty in 2017. But
Rob, how much did Spells pay you to say that?
I've invested more into it, fellas.
He gave me a lolly.
So turnover, Birkalla have the ball now. Francesca pushes it forward, does find Donnie Pollock, who's dispossessed, and Harvey sees the ball over the line. Will be a throw into Birkalla, far side of the ground. Played just over 3 minutes of the first half here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Beautiful day today for player and spectator. Matsumoto now on the far side for Campbelltown, tries a through ball, but it's cut out, and Birkalla come away with the ball.
So it is with Birkalla. Monaco goes all the way back. Goes.
LCF, is it?
Yep.
So what was Boy Aquino supposed to be playing for these boys? Or he's still
I think he's still
tied
stuck
up
in Italy.
yeah?
I'm pretty sure. Not sure what's happening. I heard that because they've got a couple of extra imports, that he can't play anymore.
Kidding.
I think he only allowed 2 imports.
It's a good rule though.
As the ball goes into attack for Birkalla. Up went the players as Toure tries to turn, tries to go forward, but intercepted. Birkalla as it goes to William Plush. Pollock, not a good ball. Pictionary's got it, gets a nice ball to Toure. He got a nice left foot on him, but decides to cut it back slightly. Pictionary gets it again. Goes short to Mullen. Mullen. Back it goes, Detroyer. Toure's there, so looking for an opening. Halliday can get the cross. Chance! Oh, he should have got his head to it. Is that Mullen? We'll try and pick up, or Kirk. All the way.
Kirk.
Yeah, it's Kirk. All the way on the far side for a throw-in.
Good chance for Campbelltown. First up, Approaching 5 minutes. Birkalla with a throw deep in their defensive zone. Francesca can't get it out of their danger zone here. They might now. Pollock comes deep to retrieve. It's played wide there by Francesca. Long searching ball forward. Easily cut out. It was Halliday back to his keeper. Harpus in the very bright pink this afternoon. One of Rob's normal Saturday night outfits, I'd say, by the look of that colour.
Not that luminous.
Piscineri turned it over. Was looking for Detroit. There's a chance for Birkalla. Pollock. Here's a chance now. But he's overrun the ball there. Suzuki. It's turned over. And Maddie Mullen goes wide. Matsumoto on the halfway line. In ball back to Mullen. Nice little touch. Detroit. Touching the ball nicely, Campbelltown. Halladay, grandstand side. Goes backwards. Piscineri looks up. What's on offer? Not much, so he goes backwards to Mullen. Through ball.
Oh, nice touch.
There's a chance for the
Detroit.
shot goal!
Oh, beautiful.
Louis Detroit, you said it, Rob. He was on
Yeah.
fire at the start of the season.
He knows where the goals are at the moment. So great goal there by Louis Detroit. Half a chance, wasn't it? Looked up, whacked it into the back of the net. It goes. So great goal there, as you see that in the replay. And Campbelltown take the early lead 1-0.
Gee, Louis Detroit, nice little through ball there by Mullen. Nice little backheel too, the assist. Number 6, let's give some credit to Dion Kirk. But gee, Detroit still had a lot to do, and did he do it well. 1-0, look out. Well, there's no rain, but the floodgates somehow might open up here. Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Birkalla, rock bottom of the table.
Gee, they update it quickly on the website, don't they? 1-0.
It's technology, Rob. Reminding our viewers, going to Facebook Live and to YouTube. For those of you that like YouTube better than Facebook, that's me. And also, you can listen to the audio only, if you're a little bit worried about data, through Adelaide Web Radio. They're on the TuneIn app. Just search Adelaide Web Radio, and you can listen to the audio only. Conserve that data as 5 now for Campbelltown.
7th minute mark.
Yes. So Campbelltown, patient in the build-up. Mullen, Matthew goes long. Torre, good control. Nice overlapping run by Halliday. Should get the cut back. Who's there to meet it? Going for safety first was Zephyr. But still Campbelltown keep the ball in. The cross comes in. It's high. Halliday deep. Too short for that one. Can he keep it in? Does so. To Piscineri. Lays it off Detroit. Beautifully balanced player. Turns it over though. Chirillo. Birkalla should get out of trouble. Plush under pressure. The long ball gets charged down. Halliday heads it down to Torre. Campbelltown. Good pressure.
Torre with the ball. Doubles back. Halliday. Not a good ball for that one.
Boys, what I like about Campbelltown, and especially with that goal, the difference between this week and against Croydon a few weeks ago, is that final pass I was mentioning pre-game there, that was their goal. Everything was created well, and that final delivery to Louis Detroit to have a good shot on goal. And that's the difference then, and obviously that's why they're 1-0 in front.
Yeah, a bit of intensity, a little bit more dare too, Ryan.
Yeah, exactly right.
Ball's on the right-hand side in defence for Campbelltown. Just clearing it. There's Captain Fife.
I like Louis Detroit also. They play him out wide usually, but I like him in that centre front. He gives a bit more than Marino did against Croydon. He's a bit more versatile.
So Fife clears it. Finds Alex Mullen. Mullen to... Is that Matsumoto going in the back line?
How can you not, with a hairstyle like that?
Well, I'd normally like to see him up front, but he's in the back lines.
I reckon you'd see him if he was in the hills with that hairstyle.
So it's back to Captain Fife. As he goes short. Mullen. That was Kirk, actually. And runs to the Gouch. Gouchy, the keeper. And over the line it goes for a throw into Campbelltown Red Devils.
Well read by the Gouch because it was bobbling a little bit. Matsumoto now for Campbelltown. They're on the halfway line. They'll start from their back line. It's Captain Fife. Short. Piscineri back to his keeper. Very fluorescent Harpus. He goes wide. Harvey, is it? No, it's Maddie Mullen. Maddie Mullen. Long ball, almost well controlled by Halliday, but it's Birkalla now. for Zarilla that comes away with it. He's got runners left, right and centre. Nice ball. Could have been offside. Was. The flag stayed down, interestingly. Monaco through. And also...
I think if it was active, though, I think it might have been offside.
How much more active do you want?
They don't put the flag up until they touch the ball, don't they?
Well, they sort of almost interfered with play. So, anyway.
Matsumoto with the ball. Goes out towards Detroyer. Try to go back to Matsumoto, but it's cleared here by Birkalla. Under the pump at the moment. We played just on over 10 minutes in the first half here at the Steve Woodcock's Sports Centre. And that is Campbelltown leading 1-0 as they switch play right-hand side. Looking for someone in the way. There's Birkalla's defence. Oliver Zafaridis. Goes left to Suzuki. Good turn there by Monaco. Pollock was there as well, but losing out. And it goes over the sideline for a throw-in to the Campbelltown Red Devils. Harvey tries to go to Matsumoto. Goes over the sideline once again. So the Red Devils.
Come back a bit, Chappie.
Goes in. Finds Detroyer. Detroyer looks for support. Goes to Harvey. Matsumoto touched their chance. No, it's cleared here by Birkalla's defence through Christopher Ashwood. And over the sideline it goes for a throw-in.
Interesting that Spells picked up the change in the lighting here. I wonder if we still need the poles in the middle of the pitch. I mean on the halfway line.
Well, you can't shift them now. Are you going to shift the pole?
Get rid of them and maybe put them behind the trees here or something.
Easy said than done.
Oh, obviously. Matsumoto now for Campbelltown. Detroit, beautiful turn, but illegal, says. No, it's...
We can't even get a canopy behind us, let alone shift the whole pole.
Just going back on Detroit, boys, I've just been really watching him the last few minutes, 5 minutes actually. The reason why he's a bit more versatile than Marino is not because he's fast and he's agile, but he's strong. So he can present himself well and hold the ball up to engage to other types of players, to his midfielders to come in. When Marino is a bit more of a slimmer boy and he does get pushed over a little bit. So that's why I really like Detroit in that number 9 position. They can get more out of him.
Here he comes now over the ball with a free kick. Beautiful curling one just over the bar. Yeah, well balanced. He just seems to be beautifully balanced on the ball and holds his own. I think you're right there, Ryan. Just watching again on the replay, slow-mo, just over the bar. So he's got good trajectory. Is that the word, Spells?
That is the word. Just looped over the crossbar.
So the Gouch, Joe Gouchy, will take this goal kick for Birkalla.
Gets good distance if he's against the breeze. That's
no, he's not against the breeze. He's just sort of going across.
Yeah. Bobbling up and down, Captain Cirillo finding Plush. It's Campbelltown going all the way back to their keeper there in Harpus. Into attack he goes. In the way is Joseph. Only as far as Harvey for Campbelltown. Fife goes short to Matsumoto. Good touch there. Finding Kirk. Kirk left side to Torre. Has to control. Tries to find Halliday. Loses out though. Cirillo. Goes to the player there in Birkalla in Ashwood. Cirillo. And Plush gets his head to it. Mullen keeps it in. Trying to find his keeper, I reckon. And headed back there to the keeper in Harpus. Back to Mullen it goes, and away go Campbelltown.
Matthew Mullen goes short. Matsumoto coming deep to collect in his own defensive half. Little through ball, but unfortunately Kirk and who's the player Harvey not on the same wavelength on the far side. Round 6 action thanks to Elliott and Turner Travel Associates, live from the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, going through Facebook Live and YouTube Live. It's a chance for Birkalla.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no power in that shot there, unfortunately, by Plush.
Just listening to Catazaro, boys, he's just screamed out to his midfielders. What he's sort of wanting is our defensive duties. They're just going to go one-on-one. So you're going to have them basically following their man and trying to really nullify any play that Campbelltown can create through their midfield.
Score update thanks to the Westridge Pizza Bar. It's all 0-0 everywhere except for the game here. Campbelltown against Birkalla, Adelaide City Olympic, Croydon, West Adelaide, Sturt Lions and Metro Stars. It's all 0-0. Don't forget Monday night's game comments against Parra Hills, and we had a Wednesday night game. Adelaide United winning 3-0 against the Panthers, thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar.
Free kick going the way of Campbelltown, going against Donny Pollock. So that's the second foul conceded by Birkalla, thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. Quickly taken. Ian Fife now on the halfway line. Finds the goal scorer for Campbelltown. Robbie Detroit, it's his son, Louis Detroit. Robbie would probably love to be out there as well. Zarilla now for the Burks, doing a 1-2 with Plush. Zarilla gets support from his captain, who just hacks it forward. John Paul Chidillo. Good work. That's Pollock gets fouled. Legal, says the referee.
Very good tackle.
And it's Fife doing the tidying up.
Goes into the arms of, or from the ground it is at the moment. Harpers lets it go for Mullen. Matty Mullen, former Parra Hills player, or former Adelaide City. Parra Hills now to Campbelltown. So it goes wide and over the sideline for a throw into the Campbelltown Red Devils.
Back a bit, chappy.
So it goes inboard, or goes into attack just over the halfway line it goes. And I don't know, mate. I don't know if that went in. It goes out to Zephyr. And
Out of bounds.
out of bounds, yeah. Or over the sideline.
Over the sideline,
In
sorry.
soccer, out of bounds for football.
Let's get the correct terminology. Sorry about that.
Out of play.
Crows played a good game last night.
Being sarcastic, Rob. Wouldn't speak yet.
Too early, I know.
So Halladay to take the throw in for Campbelltown. They lead 1-0 over Birkalla.
At least they had rookies in and not rejects from other clubs, I suppose.
There we go, getting personal early in the piece here. 17 minutes gone. It's Spells v Peppicelli. So Campbelltown 1-0 up. Oh, this is an interesting ball. Suzuki couldn't get there in the end.
It was an interesting scoreline thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar. Olympic 1, leading Adelaide City 0.
Wow. Gee. Is that your draw?
Yes.
You're clever, aren't you?
It's the apprentice versus the master, and the apprentice is winning.
Yeah, that's his assistant, wasn't he?
So Gauchi clears for Birkalla.
I'm very impressed with Olympic. Tito Bontor's leading player of the year award so far in the FFSA. And when they played against West Adelaide, they were impressive. They were unlucky to lose.
So now it's Birkalla through the middle of the park. Monaco in the centre circle. Goes wide, Suzuki, Pollock. Good challenge by Mullen. Matsumoto back to Mullen. Plays it up the line to Troyer. Campbelltown on the charge now. Kirk wants it, gets it, fouled. Illegal, says the referee. So another foul committed by the Burks. It's the third of the afternoon. Thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. And over the ball is Alex Mullen, maybe to take it.
He can crack it for me.
Played just over 18 minutes this first half at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. It's Campbelltown 1, Birkalla 0. If you're listening through Adelaide Web Radio. If you're watching, you obviously can see it on the scoreboard. And Campbelltown take a free kick in a very promising position. Just outside the 18-yard box, it is Mullen, goes short. Training drill goal!
Wow!
And that was Piscineri scoring in the 19th minute.
Right-hand side of that post, and a nice...
Let's have a look at that on the replay.
Shot was in step, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a training drill.
Pinpoint,
and it worked
wasn't it?
brilliantly. Try and get the wide shot on that. Here it comes. Piscineri, pole in the way a little bit, but still gave the keeper no chance. Piscineri well executed from the training pitch into the back of the net. 2-0 Campbelltown.
19th minute.
Yes, sir. Bob.
Rob's the name, not Bob.
Oh, you've been called Bob on radio before, I believe.
Yes.
Free kick to Birkalla. Second foul conceded by Campbelltown. So Birkalla, how are they going to respond? 2-0 down. Pollock giving chase. Lone Ranger up there by himself. No one in support. And that's out of play.
20th minute. I don't think they've really tested Harpus yet either.
No, he hasn't dirtied the pink strip yet. It's now the ball up on the halfway line. A bit of holding going on there by Francesca. Lucky to get away with that. And fact, what's going on? It is a throw into Birkalla, far side of the ground. Fife should tidy up. Good call from the keeper. Splush was coming across to apply some pressure. Matsumoto. Ball on the ground like that. Piscineri receives eventually to Troy in the middle of the park for Campbelltown. They lead 2-0. Louis de Troyer, balance, shoots, and good save.
I think they need to shut him down quickly, otherwise you can have those cracks from there every time, and that could have been goal number 3.
Yeah, they backed off him, which was crazy.
Kamau might be on before you know it.
So
you don't want to give him time on the ball, Louis de Troyer.
As it goes to Suzuki. Suzuki looking for Plush. It's come unstuck. It's Campbelltown again. Here they go again. Torre. He's got the ball on his left foot and likes to strike him from there. Cuts it back, but well done, the Gouch. Joe Gouchy throws it out quickly. Birkalla are shell-shocked at the moment. Plush.
What's the body language like down there, Ryan? Heads down, I can see from up here for Burks. But anything happening positive down there?
It's not really heads down. I think it's just a bit more tiredness. Simon wants them to play one-on-one in the midfield, and it's taken a lot of energy because the zoning didn't work, and they're now to go one-on-one, and it's not really working. Campbelltown have got very good movement to break down both
so
sort of
Birkalla
options.
Try to go into attack, sorry, Ryan. As it goes out, it's Matty Mullen. Up in the air it goes. Up went Ashwood. Got his head to it. Plush knocks it on to Monaco. Monaco goes short. Finds the play there.
Francesca.
In Jesse Francesca. Left-hand side it goes to Safaridis. He gets a long,
almost got the solar
over the
panels.
roof. And out for a goal kick.
The mood's still good down here, boys. And, okay, they're 2-0 down, but if you want to talk about heads down, that was sort of last week with West Adelaide. The Birkalla's still trying. They're still trying to implement their play. They're still trying to defend.
Oh, that's interesting.
Sorry, boys, I'm going to put the mic down and go get a drink myself. Nah.
Adelaide said he have it back. It's 1-1.
So it is a drinks break here at the
Thanks to
Steve
the
Woodcock Sports Centre. It is quite trying conditions. Might get a weather update, Rob. Can you do that on your $1 million phone as well?
Yeah.
Boys, just taking a bit of a break. It gives a chance, too, for the Catman to maybe reset and start something different. 2-0 down, early days against Campbelltown, poor old Birkalla. What do they change? What do they do?
Didn't give him much of a drinks break.
Simon, do you want to ask what Birkalla can do? Simon's just saying, just keep trying to play football. Just keep trying to play our structures. Just keep going. Things will change. Keep the pace. Keep the intensity. So there's still positive vibes down here from coach and players. So they're just getting beat at the moment by a very good team who are very clinical in their forward third this week.
33 degrees is at the moment.
23.
33.
I was about to say.
It's estimated 32, so it's gone past it.
Fairly breezy, expecting some showers tonight and only 22 tomorrow.
Oh, beautiful to mow the lawns tomorrow, boys.
Me too.
So
Can you do my place?
No chance.
Campbelltown, after the drinks break, have possession of the ball. Kirk plays it up. Matsumoto, bad ball. Out of play. Throw in to Birkalla. They trail 2-0. Going around the grounds. Interesting scoreline with Adelaide City and Olympic. 1-1. Free kick picked up by Dave Alberton, going the way of Burks. Third foul conceded by Campbelltown. That's thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. Quickly taken, Birkalla.
So Birkalla with the ball. Pollock goes back to Suzuki. Can look for someone. Cuts it nice to Monaco. Has a crack. And keeper had to get down. Did well.
Good save.
Very good save, but I'm going to be critical on their striker there. Plush, he was looking at Jay. He was slow to react. You got to, as soon as that shot goes in, go to the keeper. The keeper spit.
Long kick. Maybe your battery's low. I reckon. Paul? I'm not sure how you check them.
Well, if you buy Duracell, then it wouldn't be low.
Should be Duracell in there. Have a look if there's a meter on there.
Can't tell it's daylight. Might have to get him at half time.
Yep. So another foul conceded by Birkalla. It's the fourth of the first half for them, thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. So Campbelltown in cruise control, 2-0 up. And the for the start of this game. It's 3rd versus 12th. And the scoreboard reflects just that.
So long ball into attack there for Campbelltown. Matsumoto's got it, goes short. Actually kept hold of it, now he went short. Went to Alex Mullen, Mullen to Detroyer.
Shoot from any angle, won't he?
I think he was trying to
Cross
cut it
it,
back. I
yeah.
think it was a shot. Goes across the face of goal and over the sideline it goes. The relay for Birkalla will take this throw in. He'll go down the line, looks for Pollock. Halliday got interfered with, and he'll take the free kick. It's Campbelltown. Just slowing it down, warm conditions. Captain Fife, what will he do? Will he go in towards the play there? Is that
Detroit.
Detroyer? Yep. Goes back to Fife. Fife squares it up neatly to Pictionary. Goes to
Nice.
Matsumoto. Matsumoto's got the chance to crack it.
Oh.
And he's found a koala at the back of the tree there. And went sky high.
It
that one.
did. Gee, everything right in the build-up of that shot, but just the shot at the end let them down. We'll see that on replay.
Just
Matsumoto.
not quite in good form at the moment, Matsumoto.
Maybe in fairness, it bobbled maybe at the end for him, and he wouldn't be happy watching that on the replay. Another goal attempt. I think it's about the 4th by Campbelltown. So they have a 50% strike rate. 2 of those 4 have gone in. And Birkalla in a bit of trouble. 2-0 down. Against the 3rd place team in the league. Be a Lazarus comeback. They go back to their keeper, the Gouch, as Rob calls him, Joe Gouchy. Nice little ball work, son. Oh,
Whoa.
fancy footwork too by the Gouch. Goes high more than anything. And a free kick going the way of Campbelltown. Cheaply given away, possibly by the captain. It's their 5th conceded this half. Watch that on replay.
Be a good spot today, right here.
No, in fact, in fairness, it wasn't Chirillo. It was Ashwood that gave away the free kick.
Guys, I got on the app in the State League that all games are postponed.
Because of the heat.
Is it? It should be 37 when they postpone it.
It's interesting.
33 is not.
It might be postponed because a lot of teams had FFA Cup qualifiers during the week.
So free kick
yeah,
now
I
for
think you're
Campbelltown Pictionary.
Oh, that's in.
No,
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 yes.
this Fifey, but offside flag up. It won't count.
Oh,
We probably won't be able to pick it up on the replay.
he was offside when it was kicked.
Well, no one touched it. It was floating in. We'll just ball's in the middle of the park with the live. It floated in, and yeah, he was in an offside position when it came back off the post, so disallowed. Otherwise, it would have been a too easy a tap in. And Birkalla spared for the moment. 2-0 still. Dangerous free kick. Saw that last night with the Adelaide United goal. No one attacking the ball, and it happened to go in. So it's Birkalla in attack. Mullen should tidy up for Campbelltown, does so. Gets it to the halfway line. Yossieff there. He's almost dispossessed. He'll go back to his keeper in a dangerous ball. The Gouch keeps it low this time. That's a better delivery. Phew, that could have been a foul. Looking for the advantage, and referee calls it back intelligently. So free kick to Birkalla.
So Yossef, Ambassador Yossef goes out to Monaco. Left-hand side of the park it goes. Zephyr goes back to Monaco, and Yossef to Ashwood. So Burks just need to push it around a bit more. Trying to find Plush. Come unstuck again. Here they go again. Kirk. Pinpoint pass. Can he find Detroit? Does so. Detroit is inside the box on an angle. He's going to crack it.
Look out.
Tries to find something. Tries to square it up. And I think he stuffed it up in the end. And they do clear it over the sideline for a throw-in.
So another dangerous sign there for Birkalla. They pushed him nicely enough away from goal. It's back in their defensive half. Campbelltown's defensive half, that is. So ball far side of the ground. Campbelltown with a throw in. Middle of the park. Pictionary now. Looking for his options. Mullen goes back. Matthew Mullen with a ball now. Short to cousin or bro? What are they, bros or cousins?
Brothers.
Brothers in arms.
That's right.
Harpus. Back to Mullen.
I think they're nephews of Joe.
100% correct.
Thank you.
So with a long searching ball forward, the target is Harvey, but the line was the winner.
They'll be surprised you'll see Daniel Mullen playing down here next season.
Next season, Rob.
Oh, yeah. He got himself an injury and he played at Wellington, didn't he, this season?
Not still capable of A-League?
Well, I think he's probably getting on a little bit.
Is he?
A
Halladay.
little bit.
Long ball, too much for Detroit, asking a lot.
He's
of
been
Louis.
around a lot.
How long,
but,
how
he
old
might-
would Daniel Mullen?
maybe he might struggle to make teams, that's all. Maybe that's why. I don't think he's that old.
29.
That's a bit young, still. Anyway, 2-0 Campbelltown lead in this round 6 action, thanks to Elliott and Turner Travel Associates.
He did trial with Adelaide United, but didn't make the gig. And went to Wellington.
Joe Giacchi from the goal kick. Mullen gets his head on it. Ashwood. Pollock was the target. Halliday the recipient. Monaco. He goes wide. Suzuki. Sounds like a Grand Prix here, Monaco. Suzuki. It's gone backwards.
I agree.
Francesca.
The motorbikes you talking about?
Chidillo, yeah. Zedillo couldn't control it. Disappointing. Out of play.
So throw in to Campbelltown. We've played just over 31 minutes. And it's Campbelltown leading 2-0 here at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. It is the home ground of the Campbelltown Red Devils down the eastern zone here,
Well,
just by the foothills.
Could be Formula One, Rob. Suzuki, don't they have the Grand Prix at Suzuki in
I don't know.
Japan and in Monaco in
I'm
France?
not a GP head.
It's on at Melbourne, we know that for sure, this weekend.
Formula 1.
Yep.
Albert Park.
Good luck to Australia's hope, Daniel Ricciardo.
So it'll be Halliday. Goes to Tunein. Oh, cleverly back to Halliday. Don't know how it got there, but it got there. Missionary's having a good game. I like his game so far. Scored a nice goal, the second one. Pinpoint shot it was. Measured it magnificently. Got a pass to keep it by that right-hand post. So it's a throw-in. Birkalla, they don't seem in a hurry to take it.
Are you surprised, boys, to see Matsumoto out here after the last time we saw him at Croydon? That little substitution spat.
I think they kissed and made up.
Kissed and made up. Free kick against Campbelltown. It's their 5th of the afternoon as well, approximately. It's a hard gig, Spells. I know what you're talking about now, mate.
Joe is a pretty tough character, but, you know, a fair man. I'm sure some words would have been said. It's just not on, bottom line.
That's right.
You know, they're part of a group and you win and lose together. You've just got to suck it up and take the good with the bad. And
we'll see how he responds to it. It tests the player's character, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
So Birkalla, Chidillo was trying to get to it, the captain, but couldn't quite get it. Again, it's cleared here by Campbelltown. Detroit. He's got it. It's going to look. Matsumoto was looking for it, but he goes short. Piscineri, the go-to man, goes back towards Matty Mullen. Harvey looks for support. Kirk has worked hard as well. Again, Piscineri.
what a nice little touches like that today from the Devils.
Detroit looking for support. Gets it from Piscineri. Goes inboard to Alex Mullen. Mullen's got Harvey running towards the right. Don't know if he meant it for Matsumoto. He's got it though. Tries to do a bit of pirouette there. Still wins out
Good
though.
tussle, yeah.
But now he loses out.
Not really.
He still works hard. He's got it again. Good work there by Matsumoto.
See, that desperation we're not seeing from Birkalla, are we?
No, as still Campbelltown. Detroit tries to go 1-2 with a player there. As Halliday's got it. Just looking for something. Decides to go back towards Matsumoto.
It's very tight in.
To Mullen. Mullen's going to lose out. It's Yosef, and away go Birkalla.
Suzuki finds
Here we
Pollock.
go.
Here's a chance. He's onside. Keeper off his line. Pollock, do something.
Oh,
great tackle. Great tackle in the end by Matty Mullen. And gee whiz, thought Pollock had him for pace. To Matty Mullen's credit. And what a very crucial challenge in the box, mind you. Courageous and pinpoint accurate. There's the man in question, Matthew Mullen. Finds the bro. Comes to Matsumoto. Looks like he's changed sides. Matsumoto to take on the defenders. Goes short to Detroit. Goes back to Alex Mullen. Troy offers short. It's taken that offer. Kirk turns. Kirk looking for a runner. Chips it.
Oh, here we go.
Chance for Detroit. Shot charged down. And the referee's blowing the whistle.
Handball. Perhaps.
Handball.
Tough.
Cutting out there, brother.
A tough call that was, handball.
Yeah, yep. So that is a free kick against.
So it'll be right-hand side. Or is it the left-hand side? I can't see it because the pole. He's on the left-hand side.
Gotta say, I'm not an engineer, but surely to goodness, what's with these poles on the halfway line?
But they didn't think there'll be nothing televised.
Well, that's not the point, Rob. Now, why don't we put it in the middle of the ground as well next time? I mean,
Oh, well.
you know, we can send a man to the moon, but we can't think of things like that.
Yeah. Engineer. Well, I don't know. It's not the engineer's fault.
Well, it
it's
is
just
the engineer's fault.
Why?
An engineer would have given him advice on this.
Yeah. If they're told to put it there, put it there.
On the halfway line.
They haven't got millions of dollars of money to
That's
spend
right.
on lighting. They've
Touray.
got to be as efficient as possible.
That's right. So the Gouch has got it for Birkalla. They are down 2-0. Campbelltown through Detroit in the 7th minute mark. And then
How long have we been covering the local game, Rob?
Pictionary in the 19th
You
minute
more
mark.
than anyone. How long have you been?
Over 20 years,
Right,
but
so-
mainly through radio.
Well, it doesn't
So you
matter.
don't-
It's
doesn't
still
matter with
vision
the
of the
Oh,
commentator.
yeah, I suppose. Yeah, true. Good point.
And the spectators that are in this stand as well.
No,
Yeah, anyway, there's no logic in this world.
And you've got to think of the future too, because you might have grandstands on this side of the
Correct, exactly.
mound.
Put them
quite
behind.
easily.
Put it behind. Just go a bit more higher. But they'll say the residents won't let you. Wah, wah, wah.
Should have left it as it was. No lights.
No, you can have lights, but place them.
What about retractable one?
Oh, please. That worked well at Adelaide Oval, didn't it?
Change that in the fit.
37 minutes gone.
Is that Jimbo laughing? I'm pretty sure I heard it.
I think I heard a yeah from below. So Campbelltown 2-0 up in cruise control, as you could probably tell by the commentary. It's a bit slow, but then it is 33
the
degrees
commentary?
here. Both. Two great goals that we'll probably see at halftime, hopefully. Cassandra's also got an interview coming up with the president. He's going to tell us about the $1 million grant. They might move the lights with that money. Matsumoto, I'm only joking. Kirk now on the turn. Detroit too high for him. It wasn't for Zarillo. Goes back to his keeper.
I'm pretty sure that money's for the artificial pitch.
Of course. Oh, there's a nudge in the back by the captain. Seen by the referee. Do you believe that's the 7th foul by Campbelltown and Birkalla? Only 5. Yellow
is it, a
card
yellow
to
card?
Cirillo. Well, they got the free.
What was that for, right?
Yeah.
After. It must have been before.
But they got the free. What on earth
Yeah,
is
it must have been an incident before.
It was just listening to Paul's favourite ref, Alberton. He's just basically asked the question, and he basically said it was before he played advantage. It was a bad tackle. So
Okay.
good refereeing there by Alberton.
Obviously. So now the ball in the middle of the park.
I'm sure he goes home with him.
Francesco won't
That's
be tonight, right? I've got to go to work straight after this. Is now
To his place.
Monaco, Robbie, Suzuki. You got in trouble for a couple of comments, I've got to say. I saw
did I?
on the
Oh.
Facebook, yeah. Oh, actually, it was on YouTube. Someone commented on your comment. But anyway, we'll get back to that later.
Not on David Alberton, was it?
No. I'll tell you that off air, Rob.
Okay.
So the ball now with Birkalla. Good numbers too, viewing these games through Facebook and YouTube. In the thousands through Facebook. It's Birkalla now going forward. One of the rare occasions. Zephyrides gets pushed back. Monaco back to Zephyrides. Further back. You're not going to score going backwards, boys. Yossieff. Birkalla in their defensive half. Trail 2-0. Just over 39 minutes gone this first half. Yossieff, Pollock, no real support, no one playing off him, which makes it very hard for the lone striker. Matsumoto now, Pictionary, looking for Detroit, didn't get there. Doing well was Cirillo, the captain. He's received a yellow card though. It's a long searching ball forward, far side, Pollock felled, wins a free. So here's a chance for Birkalla.
Watson on the bench for Burks, or
Watson.
Yes, Jordan Watson, yeah.
He was really good a couple of years ago. He went on holiday last year, didn't he? But he was really giving.
I think he's been missing for 2 years.
Has he?
To tell the truth.
So just running himself into a bit of fitness.
So free kick for Birkalla, just outside the 18-yard box, 45-degree angle. 3 in the wall at the moment for Campbelltown. Harper's just organising that wall. Suzuki.
Metro Stars have taken the lead, 1-0 against Sturt Lions, thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar.
Suzuki and Zephyrides over the ball.
It's Monaco, isn't it?
Suzuki and Zephyrides, I think, Rob.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And Pollock, that didn't work, that training ground run. And Detroit now, he's got no one in front of him, although Touré's going for a bit of a run. Distraction maybe. Beautifully balanced.
Oh, well
Detroit goes to the far side. Matsumoto. Slow in the build-up, Campbelltown. Trying conditions today. Piscineri plays it off to Mullen. Alex looks up. Goes sideways, Matsumoto. Detroit turns. Gee, they're not tight on him. 1-2 with Detroit. Another shot just over the bar. They're giving him way too much room, boys. Let's have a look at that on the replay. Have a look how far off they are from him. The 1-2 was always going to be on. And they gave him plenty of room to take that ball back. I just don't think they're intense enough, the Burks. 41 and a bit gone. First half, this round 6 action, thanks to Elliott Turner Travel Associates.
We've got the other microphone there if you want to use it for Cassandra.
No, I think she's good with the mic technique.
No, that one might be better with the battery. So it is Campbelltown. Goes to left-hand side of the park. Touré loses out though. Trying to get to it. It was Jesse Francesca. So maybe give that one to Ryan after.
I wonder if there's a battery thing on this.
It flashes orange, I think. Pretty sure. So it goes out. It's Birkalla on the left-hand side of the park. Zephyrides gets the cut back. And they quickly go to Piscineri. So Red Devils into attack. Just over 42 minutes play. They are still 2-0 up. Joey Mullen just giving the big handshake. Also, Kalanzawa urging his players on. Keep the concentration. Will work there by Plush. It's going to be too long for Pollock. Nice glass that I can see through. As it goes over the sideline for a throw-in.
Would you like to put a report in, Rob, at the end of this game on ways we can improve
Maybe.
viewing?
So here they go. It's center of the ground. It is the Yosef all the way back to the Gouch. Joe Gouchy, the keeper, goes short. Goes to Ashwood. Ashwood for Birkalla. Right-hand side. Plush has handballed it. Referee waves play on.
Yeah, so would I.
He was blindsided anyhow.
No, he saw it. He said it was ball to hand more than hand to ball.
Okay, fair enough. And it goes left-hand side. Away go Birkalla.
Zephyrides now with the lime green boots inboard to Chidiluk. On the halfway line, Birkalla trail 2-0 and don't look like doing anything to trouble Campbelltown at this stage. Ashwood, good charge down. See, that's the difference, the desperation Campbelltown is showing as opposed to the lethargy. Is that the word? Spells, I'll come to you as the dictionary. Lethargic.
Bit flat and not moving so well, are they? They're a young bunch too.
Yeah, well, they should be a lot more zappier then.
Well, confidence is a great thing, and at the moment they're a little shell-shocked and a little sapped, I think. No one likes to start a new season and, you know, appear as if things are going to be pretty tough going, and it takes a strong mindset and strong coaching, great leadership, a lot of things.
Sounds like you're coaching, Spells. Congratulations, you won the baseball, I heard.
Premiership
Thank you.
coach and a yellow card. That's his second, is it? No? Yes, it is.
It is.
The captain's gone. Second yellow card. We'll see that on the replay.
He's not going to help there. calls.
Just have a look at this on the replay, boys. Yeah, an errant arm to the face, albeit maybe accidental, John Paul, but, mate, it was there, and the referee, you gave him no choice, really. Here we go again on the replay. Just an errant arm.
Choice.
Yeah.
Always got a choice.
Well, he gave the referee no choice because here we go, the close-up. Yeah, definitely an errant arm. Just a quick flick.
Okay.
And beautiful camera work there by the two lads.
It was more accidental.
Yeah, but the thing is, was it intent or was it by accident by his body moving?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sending the captain off in the 30th minute when they're under the stick.
45th.
45th.
Yeah, but look, you could say that about, who was that, Cristiano in the grand final with the elbow when he went up for a header? Even though it's a natural body movement, Ryan, you can't do it, mate. You can't. You've got to readjust, and at this level, I can understand an under-15s player doing it, but not at this level, mate. That's...
I don't know.
Dave Albert.
I think it was a bit harsh.
No, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Not
give him a strong warning.
Oh,
say you're on
strong
one.
because you're on one yellow card.
I'll give you one. Just one.
He didn't do it on purpose. That's the crutch of it.
And normally the captain does get away with a bit more than... Yeah, interesting. But anyway.
Sort of killed the game off.
Yeah.
Well,
it's probably killed off anyhow. Yeah.
Here we go.
2-0 is always dangerous.
Detroit turns in board. Birkalla trying to deal with it. They can't. And they'll be a goal kick. It did come off Detroit, but he was just...
For me, it's when you're going up for a jump, boys, and you're using your elbows to really protect yourself. That I can understand. But when it's a 50-50, your bodies are moving everywhere.
Yeah.
Accident. That's a different kettle of fish for me.
You might have to take the blue mic after half-time, Ryan.
Did you have Energizer batteries in here, Robbie?
Yeah, maybe.
So no, Paul's not going to be happy.
You can lead a horse to water, Ryan, but you can't make it drink.
Duracell especially.
So we're just about at half-time here, and Campbelltown in absolute cruise control against 10 men now. Poor old Birkalla, if they didn't have a mountain to climb in the background, they certainly have now, as Matsumoto gets the cross. No one to meet it. Joe Mullen's not happy with that. Birkalla will come away with it. 2-0 down and a man down. That's going to be offside if he comes live. Pollock. And that's the half-time whistle as well. Just to, I was going to say, put Birkalla out of their pressure. Put Birkalla out of their misery, but they've still got 45 minutes of misery.
Boys, I'll be very quick. Got Louis Detroit, the goal scorer here. Louis, how's things going so far?
Yeah, good one.
Yeah, it's a good question.
I think so. I mean, we started pretty well.
Yeah.
Probably ran out of legs a bit. Well, I did personally.
Yeah.
They've gone down to 10 men now, so.
If that's you running out of legs, well, sheesh, what do you start off with then? Because you still look pretty good out there.
I don't know. Just get a good earned break now, and we'll reevaluate. Maybe work on some pressing and playing out from the back, and hopefully capitalise on them with the man down. You
know what it's always like when the team goes down with 10 men. There's always something extra they give now. Are you guys going to keep doing what you're doing or try and reevaluate now because there's 10 men?
I think we definitely got to reevaluate. I mean, it's a completely different game now. I mean, they're going to come and it's a dangerous scoreline. Yeah, they got 10 men, but they get a couple chances. They got some wind up their backside, and it's a different ball game, so definitely reevaluate.
Well, you go in there, get an ice pack on you and see. Hopefully bring out some more.
Thanks, Ryan. We'll go down to Cassandra now, who's with the president of the Campbelltown Red Devils.
Thank you, Paul, and welcome, Don. Thanks for joining us.
No problem.
So we've heard some great news with surrounding the club and $1 million grant. Can you elaborate for us, give us some insight on what you're planning to do?
It's actually 1.5 million, to correct you, sorry, which is great news for the club, and then basically brings us an artificial pitch and obviously women's chain rooms, along with upgrading of some fencing around the ground could be this ground here. But just what it brings to the club is the ability then to not cancel any trainings, especially for our juniors, especially in the middle of winter where we lose maybe 6 to 7 weeks. Due to the weather and pitch conditions, it opens up the scope to host schools around the area. More importantly, they get cup games where they're looking to play at venues. We've already started some of those relationships. We can allocate normally 3:30, 4 o'clock afternoon for schools. So for us, that's a big plus, and obviously just the ability to make sure that we don't cancel any trainings, or at least some trainings for the older women, girls and boys for their training sessions.
And that's always good. It's good to keep the training going and get the level up as well.
Absolutely. I mean, when you lose training, most of the junior parents want to get on the park, want their kids on the park, and they pay fees and they expect to get them on the park. When we can't facilitate that, you lose valuable training, development, everything that goes with that due to weather, the pitch conditions. So we're really grateful that the Liberal government's pledge now is going to come very soon. Actually, Vincent Haas is here today, so we're very happy that that's going to happen. We'll probably see that next year.
Great. And as for lighting, we've had a few questions there as well. Any ideas with that and any improvements?
Absolutely. If we we come within the needs of using the funding for the artificial pitch, women's change rooms, and if there's anything left, then I'm sure that with support of the Campbelltown Council that have always supported the club, I'm pretty sure and confident that we could also upgrade lights on that pitch that we want to do. As you know, we've done this here, the pitch one, with LED, and they've been a fantastic acquisition for the club. But yeah, we'd certainly look at upgrading lights for the artificial pitch as well.
Fantastic. And as for the team's progress so far, you've started really well, and you made some great signings, which is fantastic to see.
Absolutely. In the off-season, Joe had committed to the club for another 12 months, and obviously we lost some players from 17. And to replenish with the quality that we did, the two Mullen boys, Yohei, Anthony Hartnell and Jackson Stevens, the 5 boys that have come in are fantastic. They're great characters. They've blended in, and we're very happy that we have them at the club. Yeah, it's allowed us to get off to a very good start against, I suppose, in the first 5 rounds. And up until today, we've had a real tough draw with, your likes of Adelaide City, Metro, Croydon, and they're 3 teams that are going to be around the mark. So we're very happy to take points in these early stages of the season, but very comfortable with the signings, and the boys have settled in and they feel like they've been here forever.
Fantastic, and thank you very much for joining us, and good luck for the rest of the season.
No worries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cassandra, down there on the halfway line. And we should have asked him. Something changed with those lights. The spells picked up that the LEDs have changed from what they originally had, but we can maybe do that at some other point in time. Yeah. Have you been able to see much of the game, Cassandra, down there with Jimbo?
Just down with Jimbo on the monitors there, and Campbelltown have really showed their dominance, and especially Louis Detroyer up front. He's fantastic. Matsumoto on the wing. I think more goals for the second half, and Birkalla seem to be struggling, which is a little bit disappointing for them.
Yeah, especially now they've got a man down, Birkalla, so it's going to be pretty hard to get back to the game. It's going to be Campbelltown all the way, I reckon.
For sure.
Now, with that yellow card, the captain normally gets shown a little bit more leniency than other players, shall we say. You've got the benefit of the replays down there with Jimbo. What were your thoughts on that?
I think, with the arm, he sort of hit him in the face a little bit there, and I think it's probably deserving of the second yellow. We've seen in the A-League where you can't touch players on the face, and unfortunately you're sent off for that. What can you do? Now,
Cassandra, I think you're the only one out of the 3 of us that, I don't know if Spells is still on the air, that watched the Socceroos this morning. I didn't. Ross,
I saw the score.
I saw the goal.
Did you wake up at 3, Spells?
No, I just heard the score.
Cassandra did. You're the only one that's seen the game. What did you think of the debacle, shall we say, of 4-1?
Yeah, the 4 a.m. wake-up call wasn't, could say it wasn't worth it, but it was good to see, well, not good to see, but what the Socceroos have for us, what Bert van Marwijk is sort of his ideas, and doesn't look very great so far, but it's his first game.
That's right, yeah.
I'm sure he'll make some changes heading into the game against Colombia. I think it's coming up soon, and more changes heading into the World Cup. So let's hope it just gets a little bit better for us.
I'll throw this one around the table. Should the FFA have come out and actually announced that Graham Arnold is going to be taking over? I mean, how can you put your philosophies on the team when it's going to change again, and you know you're not going to be there?
I think they wanted Graham Arnold to take over the World Cup.
Would you have made that announcement before the World Cup? Couldn't they have waited after the World Cup?
No, I agree. It's like dismantles the club room a little bit. The team. Maybe they're thinking, we're going to get a new coach. We have to change tactics again. So it's going to be hard for them to just keep.
Grand final winning coach, albeit baseball, our man to our right, left here, Spells. I mean, if you were told someone's taking your job next season, I mean, and you've only got this tournament to deal with your players. What sort of thing is that?
That was
I don't know. How much is he getting paid for a start? So I think that's relative. I think he knows he's the interim man because he's experienced, solid.
What if he does well, though, Spells?
Well, obviously they're moving on because, again, it's it's probably all about the World Cup. So what is it, another 4 years or 3 years? So
That's this June, mate.
yes, I know, but after that, once he's completed the World Cup.
Yeah, but what if he does well at the World Cup and you're out? No matter what you do, you're out.
So the Asian Cup's coming up.
Don't make the announcement until after the World Cup. Peanuts.
Right. And I also watched the Peru versus Croatia today, and Peru looks really good. And we've got them in the World Cup, so it's going to be tough for us. So, yeah.
More importantly, Italy and Argentina, did you get to?
I did, yes,
result?
as well.
Gee, what did you fly
yeah.
Italy,
Italy don't look as the glory days, but a lot of work for them also.
What was the scoreline there?
2-0 Argentina.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's our friendlies wrapped up. We've got half time here. I don't know if Jimbo's got some. Yeah, he's got some beautiful highlights for us there. We might.
I've got half time.
Have you? Go around the grounds here for sure.
Adelaide City and Olympic, it's 1-1. Half time there. Corning Kings West Adelaide, it's 0-0. Sturt Lions and Metro. Metro leading 1-0 against Sturt Lions. Not forgetting.
Does that lolly taste nice in your mouth, Rob? Yeah.
Wednesday night game, Adelaide United 3 defeated South Adelaide 0. And we've got a Monday night game. Comets against Parry Hill.
Take a quick break. Watch those highlights. That beautiful goal that you're just seeing on Facebook Live. We'll be back shortly with the second half here of Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Half time, Campbelltown 2, Birkalla 0. Yes, welcome back to the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre Round 6 action. All thanks to Elliott and Turner Travel Associates. Some beautiful pictures there at half time, and of late of travelling, going on a nice holiday. That just looked beautiful there. If you want to go on a holiday, Elliott and Turner Travel Associates, check them online for special soccer offers as well, deals, and they will definitely help you out, make your dreams come true. We're just about in readiness for the second half, Mr. Pepper.
Yep. See if there's any changes. Ryan's down there on the boundary. We'll check it out for us to see if anyone's made any change. Maybe Birkalla. I'm not quite sure if Campbelltown will make a change as yet. We know that Campbelltown up against the 10 men of Birkalla. Ryan.
Yeah, boys, just reporting. Yeah, no.
It's that metal thing. It's not the microphone. It's the metal thing.
Sorry, boys, no changes, but yeah, just had an interesting conversation with Simon, so I can't say what he said, but yeah, pretty funny.
You might want to move away from that metal.
Right, you got to go more right.
Go closer to Simon. A lot closer, mate. That metal pole's obviously detracting from. That's loud enough, the ambient microphone, isn't
It's
it?
got to do a bit of work, Ryan. Sorry, mate.
Getting the sweat up, boys.
So the Birkalla trying to go into attack. They are attacking if you are watching it live on your screen towards the left. As they go into attack, Pollock's got a chance. That's a shot!
Ooh.
And just wide of the upright there. Good chance for Birkalla straight away in this second half.
And Spelsy says the wind took that.
It's still cutting out. Why is that?
Windy, maybe?
No, it worked well for Cassandra at half time.
Matsumoto's hairstyle, maybe. It's getting in the way.
He loves your comment, that's for sure.
So Campbelltown leading 2-0 here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre.
Might have to ask Ryan to stand up, Rob. Might be all that metal around the fence. Could be the standing up the difference.
Never been an issue before.
So left-hand side,
Must have bring the
Campbelltown.
Italian microphone back, Rob. Are you sure?
Yeah, it's in the car. Right-hand side. Goes short. There they go, Matty Mullen. Inboard to Pictionary. Had a good first half, probably behind the best players. The LSA Player of the Year awards. As it goes out to Monaco, looking for support. Gets it with Zarillo. Zarillo goes to Plush. William Plush. Back to David Zarillo. Does a pirouette. But Campbelltown trying to get, and it goes over the sideline. Just remembering their captain for Burks being sent off just on the stroke of half time.
Don't be surprised, sorry, to see substitution in probably in the next 10-15 minutes, I reckon, from Birkalla. Simon's in deep conversations with Ian Kanu.
I'll have to do something. They're trailing 2-0. As Campbelltown have the ball in their attacking half. Matsumoto. Next in line is Harvey. Back to Matsumoto. He looks up. Goes the worm burner. Ashwood deals with it. Only momentarily, it'll come back at him. Matthew Mullen to Fife. Fife now goes long and wide to Halladay. Did well to keep it in. Detroit, nice dummy. Could have been a foul by Ashwood, it is. So first foul, second half by Birkalla. Free kick to Campbelltown in a promising position. Had a goal disallowed for offside. It would have been 3. It's comfortably 2. Quickly taken free kick. Halliday with the left foot gets it into the box. Keeper stays there. Too high for Fife. Matsumoto to feet. He's still in the box. One way then the other. Goes back to Alex Mullen. Inboard Toure. Nice little turn. Detroit, has he got a left? Wants to get on his right. Goes back to Mullen. Alex from distance. That's the worm burner, but straight into the arms of the keeper in the gouch, as Rob calls him. Nevertheless, a shot by Campbelltown.
So it goes out left-hand side. Birkalla with the ball. Pollock turns, but goes to Campbelltown. Back to keeper Harpers. To Pictionary. Left-hand side to Halliday. So back it goes to Pictionary. So Campbelltown Red Devils trying to find the eye of the needle. Trying to get it towards Detroit, but into the arms of the gouch. And he'll relieve the pressure. Throws it out to Yosef. Looks up. Gets it towards Pollock. Well done, Matty Mully's been good too in the back. Goes out to Detroyer. Piscinari can switch play. Halliday has to run onto it. I don't think he'll get there. He doesn't.
He's just killed himself for nothing, the poor bloke.
Much better ball though. That, you know, got to like that. Using the space, putting it out in front of him. It was just a little too heavy.
So throw into Birkalla, far side of the ground, deep in their defensive half. They trail 2-0 to Campbelltown and they're a man down. Can it get any harder? We're about to see as Torre tries the cut back. No one to meet at Ashwood. Not much talking at the back there. He didn't need to concede the corner, I feel. And a wasted chance to maybe make it a throw-in, but he's given Campbelltown a corner on a plate.
Adelaide City have hit the lead, 2-1. Adelaide City 2, Olympic 1, thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar. Sturt Line still 1-0 down against Metro Stars. And West Adelaide and Croydon Kings, it's still 0-0. Here at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, it is Campbelltown leading 2-0 against Birkalla.
Campbelltown have a corner kick, far side of the ground. Matsumoto to take it, as you can tell by the hairstyle. Goes short, Piscinari, 45-degree angle, tip of the box. And that's well over the bar. But nevertheless, a shot. Not a good shot, as you'll see, wasted corner. So Birkalla. Joe Gouchy to take the resulting goal kick. Can you see any turnaround here, boys? Anything, any spark from Birkalla? Anything that may indicate a goal just to get them back in the game?
Well, I think we just saw the first opportunity for them in the first minute of the second half that they nearly scored. So, you know, it's not improbable, but
unlikely.
It would just be, you know, lazy, sloppy Campbelltown if that was the case.
So foul by Campbelltown. Birkalla to take the free kick. Yossieff in his defensive half goes to Ashwood on the far side. Ashwood now, bit of space in front of him. Detroit comes to apply the pressure. Zarillo on the halfway line. Monaco inboard. Francesca. Two set upon him. Yossieff slipping at the crucial was Suzuki. Fife does well. Finds Alex Mullen. He's got Matsumoto wide if he wants him. He goes short to Fife. Fife inboard to Detroit. Detroit little tip off for Kirk. Kirk with a shot. Ooh. Well over the bar also. But they're shooting and that's what I like. Test the keeper. Swirling wind. Anything can happen. Just watching on the replay. Kirk there. Nice turn. But just well off target.
Not quite a good shot.
No.
Okay, it'll be the Gouch to take this goal kick.
The art of kicking a soccer ball hard, eh? It really...
It's not easy.
You need to keep your weight right over the top of it. Probably invert that foot just a little bit differently. It's a huge skill.
So there they go. Birkalla trying to get something going. Goes all the way back though to the Gouch. As he gets his boot to it, only as far as Harvey. Harvey controls. Matsumoto tried the 1-2. Pollock working hard. Tries to get something going. Goes left-hand side. Suzuki gets it down the line. And he might have won himself a corner kick here. They haven't had too many. As there's a corner. So, how many corners is that? Are you doing stats?
Oh, hang on a minute. Let's take it easy, pal. Who's got the corner anyway? I think it's their first or the second half.
I thought Spells had the pad with him.
He can't do three things, surely.
Corner kick taken there. Burke's reduced to 10 men just before half time. Can they get back into this game? They are attacking. Handball, no.
You'd have to be game to give that one.
As it's cleared here by Campbelltown in a counter-attack. Torre, well read there.
That was always going to be
going.
Hospital ball. That's a foul.
That was Jesse Francesca.
Easy.
That's your spark there, boys, I reckon.
Yellow card to Halladay. Take it easy there, Francesca. You got the foul.
And
you got the card. That's
off.
right.
That was a tough tackle.
Yeah, so yellow card to Halliday.
Is that your spark?
Well, maybe. They need a bit of something.
Just want to basically say...
They're working hard with 10 men, aren't they?
They are. That's always is a game of football. That's what I asked Louis. At half-time, boys, 10 men, you always see a different sort of side. They sort of pick up. They know they're a man down. They just got to do something. And Birkalla's, hopefully for them, they can continue doing that.
So the ball is with the right-hand side. As they go inboard. Birkalla goes out. Inboard they go. Destroyer. Can he destroy him with this goal? No, gets it out to the left-hand side. Tunein! Oh, just wide of the upright, that one. He's got a nice left foot on him. Tunein.
Fourth shot of the half.
Maybe doesn't use it enough.
Just a bobbling ball watching on the replay there. Didn't sit for him as nice as he would have wanted. Got good power behind it, just not accurate as he would have liked. Not even getting the keeper to save. Wide of the upright in real time there, the replay. Just wide. Fourth goal attempt by Campbelltown this half. It's about their sixth, it's their 10th in the game. Burks have only had about 3 shots on goal. So it'll be a throw into Campbelltown on the halfway line. Matsumoto inboard. Piscianieri. Rossiev working hard. Burks get it to the halfway line. Pollock needs support, gets it from Suzuki. Couldn't control it. Wins a free though. Impeded. So free kick to West Torrens Birkalla. Zephyr Edie's to take it. Looking up to a very sparse and scarce forward line. Pollock now, 2 on him. Gee, no support, it's out of play. Mr. Pepper, what do you got going there? Footy scores, betting, racing. Well,
No.
Any interest in this game, Rob?
Yeah. We're looking at the football 24.
What are you looking at? So, what's this, a free kick or a goal kick? Looks like a free kick. Is that offside, Ryan?
Simon's asking the question. I didn't think it was offside myself, but yeah, interesting call.
So Campbelltown have the ball, far side of the ground, Mr. Pepper, if you're back.
Piscianieri with the ball on the far side. Goes out to Halliday. Burks is certainly looking okay in the second half.
More possession.
Yep. More urgency. Goes to Suzuki. Got past the play, but doubling back Kirk did well. Mullen, Alex Mullen, goes to his captain Fife. Piscianieri behind out, my best player now. Set the ball a lot. Piscianieri again. Matsumoto. Oh, nutmeg that one. Detroyer, Yosef.
Too heavy.
Oh, he got there.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
That's out. That's out of play.
Just. Paul's in a great position to see that one.
Was I right, Rob?
Yeah, you were.
I rest my case.
So it'll be a goal kick to be taken here by Joe Gauchi. So just on 58 minutes played. And it's still 2-0, Campbelltown leading. Warm conditions here at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. No one's made changes?
I think Vass is going to talk to the subs of Campbelltown. That looks like it's...
Anthony Hartwell, boys. Hartnell, sorry.
Might be happening soon for Campbelltown, Rob.
So it is towards the centre of the ground. Campbelltown might win this one. Torre can go short decides to square it up or switch play. Matsumoto has to double back. Does get to it. To Harvey. Piscianieri again. Can switch play. Will go short to Detroit. Tried to go towards Kirk. Loses out though. Goes to Detroit again.
Look at the time he's got. I can't believe that. 3 just watched him.
He goes back to Mullen. Mullen with the ball for Campbelltown. Wins it again. And this time it's still with Campbelltown. Alex Mullen to Piscianieri. Back to Pictionary. He's the go-to man, isn't he?
Yeah.
Just receives it, pushes it. Alex Mullen again. If they can score, Campbelltown, this will be a whitewash, even though 3-0 is a whitewash just about. Goes left. Goes to Kirk. Tussled there with Ashwood. Good work there by Ashwood. He wins himself the goal kick.
Couple of hip and shoulders there. Risky business in the penalty area. Came off. So goal kick to Birkalla. They trailed 2-0. They're a man down. It's round 6 action thanks to Elliott and Turner Travel Associates. Trying conditions for the players though, 33 degrees. That's probably why on your TVs or watching it, it's not the fastest, most action-packed game.
Adelaide City go further ahead, boys. Adelaide City 3, Olympic 1.
Other scores?
Thanks to the West Beach
I think
Pizza
I
Bar.
said that, didn't I? 3-1.
I think you did. Croydon and West Adelaide, it's 0-0. And Metro's still leading 1-0 against Sturt Lions. The game on Monday is Comets against Barrow Hills.
Trying conditions as well for the boundary rider today, boys.
Yeah.
I think you deserve a
Sweat.
bonus.
Ball with Harvey. Goes in board. Pictionary, the go-to man, as Rob mentioned. Halliday, who's been booked. Further wide. Mullen on the far side, looks like. Comes in board. Pictionary. Thought about it. Did go the shot in the end. Charged down by Francesca. Pictionary gets a second bite. Goes to Halliday. Matsumoto calling for it. Bit of a hospital ball, but does well to control it. Suzuki hot on his hammer. Evades him like he wasn't there. Chitore pretty ordinary with a attempted 1-2. Alex Mullen back in board to Kirk, to Matsumoto. To Halladay. Pictionary. They've got to penetrate. It's 11 behind, or 10 behind the boys. Matsumoto now into the box. Turns Detroit, but the shot, not the connection he would have liked. Nevertheless, a goal attempt, the 5th of the half, thanks to Chemist King Hectorville.
Big long kick there by Joe Gauchi. But over the sideline on the far side. No scoreboard here. Looks like they're going to get themselves an electronic scoreboard.
I couldn't see it anyway. The pole's in the way. Offside flag up.
So they're going to get a U-Butte electronic scoreboard, I heard.
When Campbelltown attack, boys, it's a very funny colour bus that's parked right in front of that 18-yard box of Birkalla. A bit of a yellow and black tinge on that 18-yard line. It's just
damage control by the Catman, you think?
Yeah, 10v basically, and you can see by that goal kick there, clearance there by the Gouch, the keeper of Birkalla. He's gone up to 3 defenders and the number 9 then, Donny Pollock, hadn't, if it did reach him, had nothing to do with it. But Birkalla are about to make a sub anyway, boys. Dylan Di Agostino.
So the kick there by the Gouch. Goes to Campbelltown. Alex Mullen. Goes back to his captain in 5. Back to Mullen it goes.
Dave, tuck in! Dave!
As it goes, switches play. Halliday's there for Campbelltown. 5 again. Matsumoto.
And here comes that bus again, boys.
Matsumoto again. Harvey. Detroit. So you're saying they're playing more defensive?
We'll have a look,
men.
Rob. There's 9 men behind the
and
ball.
they're not pushing out to the player. They're just letting him play in front of them and just hoping when the ball comes into the box or anywhere near that 18-yard box, that's when they'll sort of put the pressure and clear it.
So he wants to just get him in a counter-attack.
It's not much counter-attack. Look, Donny Pollock, there's 2v1 there.
Yeah.
It's just damage control, limit the damage. Pollock now going to the ball. Fife gets there first. Halliday did well to keep it in. Alex Mullen now on the halfway line for Campbelltown. 2-0 up still against 10 men, so they're in cruise control. Pictionary, his umpteenth touch. Same with Alex Mullen, goes to Halliday. They've combined all afternoon with not much pressure, as you can see on the screen. Mullen from distance, took a deflection and into the arms of Joe Gauchi. Will go down as a shot, goal attempt, the 6th of the half. Thanks to Chemist King Hectorville, and here come, surprisingly, Campbelltown again. Detroit comes deep to collect. Well, they're probably conserving a bit of energy too, Ryan, I'd say, with Campbelltown too, not really penetrating too hard in that final third. Although saying that, Kirk, he's got 2 upon him. Ashwood now. Kirk's done very well. He's beaten 3. He's won a free kick, quickly taken. Chance now for Halladay. He's had the ball cut off. He was looking for Detroit in the box. Harvey.
So Campbelltown goes short. Goes to Detroit, right-hand side to Matsumoto. One way, then the other. Swings it around, chance, and it goes over the...
Almost got the lady in the top of the grandstand there.
So player about to come on for Birkalla.
Donnie Pollock's coming off, boys.
Dylan D'Agostino is going to be coming on.
It looks like Hartnell coming on as well for Campbelltown, so both teams making a change.
Pollock for Birkalla and Kirkhoff for Campbelltown, boys.
Good pick-up.
So pretty sure Matsumoto's coming off.
Well, Pollock, just no support up front this afternoon.
He's basically come off just with a slight injury concern, nothing too much. Just basically the words was just start your rehab and get ready for next week.
So Matsumoto's come off as well.
A bit more happier.
I thought you said Dion Kirk.
Nah, sorry boys. Looks like Dion Kirk was coming off, but he's moved to the right wing.
And it's drinks break. It's interesting. Davey Owen getting a drinks from the losing team that he sent the captain off. He might just have a look. I'd check that drink, Dave, if I was you.
And basically said no.
Might get some violent diarrhea tonight.
A very funny sort of thing. He said no coaching coaches. They coach all game even when it's during the game. So that's just a weird call by Appleton.
He's not going to reprimand thing. He's going for another drink.
One.
How could he?
He's against this guy. Drinks going to win himself. Okay, so score updates thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar. Adelaide City 3 leading Olympic 1. Metro Stars 1 leading Sturt Lions 0. Croydon and West Adelaide still locked at 0-0. Not forgetting on Wednesday night, last Wednesday, Adelaide United 3 defeated South Adelaide 0. And on Monday night, it's Adelaide Comets up against Para Hills.
It's interesting you say that, Ryan. No coaching. They coached the whole game.
That's what I was so interested about. It's like break or no break. They coach all games. So I don't know why he said no coaching.
That's strange, isn't it? Anyway.
You know how they say, the older you get.
The
funnier those
the
jokes
wiser you
are.
get.
Yeah. The dad jokes seem even more funnier.
Yeah.
Oh, you tend to lose it. Is that the same?
That's the same.
Sorry.
Oh, boys, by the way, I forgot to inform everybody that, I'm going to be dad.
Oh yeah.
Ryan. Just a quiet little. Just drop that one in the middle of the game, Ryan.
Yeah, sorry, boys. I found out. We found out, but last night we found out it's going to be a boy.
A boy.
Congratulations,
baby
champion.
boy.
Well done, Ryan.
Little Robbie.
Robbie? Yeah. Sorry, boys. I forgot to mention that.
Congratulations,
when we were saying that the dad jokes are becoming funnier for me, I was like, yeah, that's right, because I'm going to be one.
Good on you, Ryan.
Thank
Put
you.
one through to the past the keeper.
But don't worry, boys. Don't worry. It's after the soccer season, October 2nd. I planned it well. Don't worry.
Well. That's
I was going to say we might have to look for a new boundary rider.
No, don't worry. It's called dedication to the job.
We'll have 2 boundary riders. We'll have the young fella down there with
maybe.
Might talk more sense.
With spells, yeah, that's not that hard.
No, exactly. Anyway.
Campbelltown goes short. Alex Mullen trying to find Detroit. And they're leaving it for each other.
Well,
The keeper.
he's got every right to be mad at his keeper there. That went out of play, surely.
No, there's a play on. Referee's assistant was there.
I think Yossiev's just held the defence well there back there for Birkalla, and he's just having a go at his keeper of the couch, not coming to get that.
Zephyr trying to find D'Agostino that's come onto the park.
I like Dagger's hair. He's got a good hairstyle. He's got the line in the head.
So it's still Birkalla. Monaco, former Campbelltown player, Monaco.
Yes. The Jake.
A couple of years ago.
Ashwood's got a good do as well today. We could be looking at the do of the match.
The dude.
The do of the match.
Oh. Ashwood all the way back to the gouch. Goes short to Francesca. Playing a better second half, Birkalla. With only 10 men. How they're going to get their captain sent off just on the stroke of half time. So they've done well to keep the scoreline at 0-0 at after half time. They are down 2-0 though. There's a flick there by Alex Mullen. Easily cut out there by Francesca. Kirk goes short, loses out, and Birkalla have got the ball in the meantime through Zarilla.
Zarilla goes wide. He'll receive back again from Plush. This time he'll go long. D'Agostino the target and the runner. He's got some speed. Pfeiffer's got the experience though, and the experience wins out. So throw into Campbelltown, deep in their defensive half. Fife's going to take it.
Interesting by Matsumoto. A bit different to a few weeks ago. He's on the pine, just relaxing now. So I think those stern words might have sunk in.
Well, good response from the player, in fairness to him. So now Campbelltown coming out of defence. Kirk from the Starship Enterprise finds Detroyer, who got a nudge in the back. Play on says, gets dealt with pretty harshly and eventually given the free kick. Zephyr is just a little bit too enthusiastic on the attention given to Louis. Let's have a look at that on the replay. There's the first one. Oh, that was a second, sorry. There was one prior to that. And Louis asks and receives. So it'll be a free kick to Campbelltown near their corner flag. Grandstand side, commentary side. Kirk to take it. Beautiful height, well weighted. Ossieff heads it away to D'Agostino. Piscineri in the way, gets felled. Monaco dispossessed, goes back in. 3-on-1. Mullen. Here's a chance, Piscineri. He's done everything but score. He has shot, but wide. That would have really sewn up his Man of the Match award.
So still 2-0, Campbelltown leading.
Good turn, good shot. Got good connection, just wide of the upright there.
Repeating the goal scorers in the 7th minute mark, Louis Detroyer, and in the 19th, Adam Piscineri. So
2 goals would have given him the Man of the Match, wouldn't it, Rob?
I think so.
Yeah.
He's played well as well.
He's got a lot of mates out there, though. Can't say that for Birkalla. Yossieff's been good at the back. Ashwood, Monaco. Not much service for the boys up front, unfortunately. And really, it's only been Pollock. Now D'Agostino's got that role. Yeah, Cat's got a bit of work to do. Bottom of the table. 3 points. That win coming against Croydon. They've only scored 3 goals, worryingly, in now 5.5 games. They've conceded 17 thus far.
So Campbelltown right-hand side of the park. Just pushing it around at the moment. Again, Piscineri. Halliday. Back to Piscineri again. Mullen, Alex Mullen. Detroyer, back to Mullen it goes. Detroyer, here comes something. Can feel something that's going to happen.
Finally getting a bit of heat, though.
Left-hand side. It's a low one, but cut out. It's going to get stuck.
In the solar panels, absolutely, yep.
And it's stuck on the roof.
Oh, there's a few up there, actually. Have a look. That's the 4th ball up there on the roof. Stuck by the... There you go. Good camera work, fellas. There's 3 and 1 to your left. As he pans out, there you go, left. That's the one that just got up there now behind that chimney. 4 balls up there. So it'll be a corner kick. It must have taken a deflection.
Maybe it'll increase the solar panels.
No, come on, Rob. You can't even clarify that comment.
Oh, it shines on the ball and it reflects onto the
Might have
panels.
given more power to the ball, maybe.
Maybe.
The solar panels could have charged up the ball.
Just looking down here at Joe, I'm sure he's feeling the same. You know, he doesn't want a game like this. He wants his team to keep rolling and finding something.
Torre,
right
another ball up on the solar panels.
It's just
That's going to come down.
Could be a stat in itself. Yeah, well, I suppose you wouldn't mind it, though, Spells, because at least these boys haven't been overrun today and overworked, shall I say.
Yeah, you create habits, Paul, and it's as simple as that.
Oh, that's still winning habit.
Muscle memory, well, yeah. Not if you play an average second half against a team with 10 men that you should spank.
Take it from Supercoach Spells.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. He's won a grand final.
in baseball, and that's true. They should be spanking him. I like that. Fife, they could get spanked by D'Agostino, but he's been dispossessed. Fife with a ball. Harvey goes back to his keeper, who really hasn't had much to do this game, this half especially, Harpus. The pinks are clean, Rob. You might be able to wear them tonight. So Hartnell plays it off to his captain. Fife. He's got Halliday wide if he wants him, but coming was Torre to meet it. Back to Fife. Pictionary. They lose out. Suzuki for Birkalla.
So Suzuki with the ball over the centre circle he goes. Left-hand side. Goes out to D'Agostino.
Offside flag up.
That's offside. Didn't look like it, but obviously they're in better position as they go into attack. Campbelltown, Alex Mullen controls it. Looks up. Squares it. Detroit. And the toe poke there by Yosef. That's a pass back, isn't it?
It's interesting, Rob. Yeah.
If you called that a pass back, though, I would have been spewing as a player. That's definitely not a pass back.
Really?
That was an interception.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. As it goes, Birkalla. They're going to lose it again. Pictionary did well. Torre will go to Pictionary. This will be goal. Torre. And he's gone wide of the upright again. He's had a couple of those chances where he should have buried it.
10th of the half, mind you.
And you see that
drawn a
replay.
save.
You know how you were saying, Spelsy, before they should be spanking Birkalla currently? It is hard. You know, people don't think when they do park 9 on the 18-yard line, it's very hard to break down that sort of thing. I think as a coach, which Joe, if they don't concede, no injuries, and they just keep playing the way they're playing currently, then I think you'd come away with this match quite satisfied and you can move on to next week.
Okay,
Can you tell me who number 36 is? Can you ask the coach, maybe?
Number 6, I remember
36,
him.
yeah. He was that tall, lanky last time, wasn't he?
Yeah, played it right.
I remember that.
Yeah, he was a very good player.
What's his name?
Tito Bontor? No. And now Ryan's getting it off the coach. Well done, Ryan.
17-year-old Mohamed Donzo, that's right. Remember him from a couple of weeks ago. He did add something. He's sort of had a little bit of bite about him, I like. 17-year-old, so yeah.
Donzo, that's right, the Don boy.
We've got a second ball.
So, big clearance. Cat looking for the second ball, can't get the first. Yosef plays it short. Francesca. Not many options, so Ashwood's the chance, wide. Back he goes to Francesca. Not a lot of movement from the 10-man Birkalla. Gee, that's an awful ball.
And I think
There's
that's
no way.
that's the pertinent thing. You know, there is no pressure from Birkalla. So you get a bit of a free shot, Ryan. You know, you get to execute. You get to have a plan against a team that want to sit back on you and maybe just keep blasting balls at them and see if you can create some things. Spread them wide. You know, do something. Use it instead of just simply going through the motions and playing for the 90th minute.
So throwing taken here by Campbelltown. Chest it down. Alex, no one's there though. Only Francesca for Birkalla. Tries to go short, well read there by Halliday. Torre finding the triad. Goes between two players. The triad. Good work there by the Gouch. Had to come out the right time and saved it well. Detroit might have hurt himself. Gets up though.
Boys, just quickly, as you see, the number 7 now for Campbelltown is Jackson Stevens. He has come on for Dion Kirk. And Sean Harvey's gone onto the right wing, and Jackson Stevens the right.
Don't they have to tell the referee that he's coming on?
They did. They did. Both teams did a substitution at the same time.
Oh my gosh! It goes out. So the player that came on, Stevens, in
Big
towards.
fella, isn't he? Tall.
Yeah, former.
Usually a centre back, boys. I played with them at Raiders. Good player.
So it goes
City
short.
came to Raiders and went to Cumberland.
So Fife looks up, tries to get it towards
Donzo.
And
See, I can't see the point of that, just pushing it in amongst 5 defenders with one guy. That doesn't seem to be a strategy.
There's your live table, Rob.
where's that?
Yeah, I'll show you the site.
Okay.
Good little app, this one.
Into attack they go. And just down there by Stevens. And that's Jackson Stevens. I think, who's Pierce's brother playing for him?
Parry Hills.
Parry Hills, that's right. They were former Cumberland players, I reckon.
That's
last
right.
season. So goes inboard. It's Campbelltown going into attack. Through the play there in Hartnell. But Yosef wins out. Goes short to Francesco. He's worked hard. That's not Francesco, Zephyr. So Donzo wins himself. I was going to say himself a free kick, but it's won a Campbelltown free kick, quickly taken. Toure goes short to Pictionary. Goes out to Harvey. Harvey, short he goes. Detroit loses out. Yosef will mop up. Goes short to his keeper and he has to hack it out.
I think Louis preserving a little bit of energy for next week. I think he...
What is it, 80 minutes played, just over 80 minutes. It is 2-0 to Campbelltown Red Devils.
It's Captain Fife that has the ball in the centre circle, plays it to Hartnell. Hartnell has Pictionary coming, claiming. Pictionary scoring in the 19th minute. Plays it to Stevens. Back to Pictionary. Back to Hartnell through the middle. Mullen was looking for Detroit. Too many yellow and black shirts. The clearance. D'Agostino, the Lone Ranger, is not going to get to that. Harpus throws it out to Fife. Fife in the middle of the park, no pressure. Pictionary, likewise. Nice ball to Mullen. Alex, Twinkle Toes gets filled. Beats two. Goes backwards. Pictionary switches the play.
Nice.
Halliday inboard. Toure dummied it, but only to the advantage for Birkalla. Francesca.
Still score update, still 0-0 West Adelaide Croydon Kings. So Adelaide City still 3-1 up, and Metro still 1-0 up against Sturt Lions. Thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar. Here it is, Campbelltown leading 2-0. Big Watson is coming on.
Where's the other set of things for the man of the match, Rob? Would that be down with Cassie?
He's got it.
He's got it? Killer. Nice.
So as the change was made, Suzuki off. And it's Kamal come on.
Not as yet.
Not as yet. You think he would have put him on? As a
Shot.
shot in the end there by Pictionary again.
Through a corner.
And a corner kick for Campbelltown.
Potentially their fourth of the half, thanks to Chemist King at Hectorville. Just maybe see on the replay there that the gouge should have maybe held on to that.
Did you boys pick up that substitution?
Of course
Yeah,
not.
Watson on, Suzuki off.
Just making sure.
No, well done. The spells is there.
Spells.
Halliday now. Nice evasion. Should get the ball into the box. Well floated.
There we go,
Free header.
goal.
In it goes.
Easy.
The captain. Thanks for coming.
Captain Fife.
83rd minute. Just watch him get up nicely.
Pretty easy, isn't it?
Yeah, no pressure. Yosef thought he was maybe impeded, but Fife not even celebrating too much. Just a casual
big and
day
strong.
in the park. Yeah, there it is, number 3 for Campbelltown.
In the 84th.
And if it wasn't 83rd, if it wasn't game, set and match prior to that,
You sure?
well,
It's already
borderline.
84.
Okay, let's go 84. If you
I think
like.
it's 84.
Okay.
Once it's past it, you know.
Yeah, well, not when he scored it. You've been watching the replay.
Yeah.
So another substitution, 15 on for Campbelltown. Mayolo.
Two
And
out. Is it?
No, Harvey.
Sorry, Harvey.
One Harvey boy.
Sean Harvey.
9 news.
So, so it goes short. 3-0. Campbelltown in a canter. Most of us picked it except for Ryan.
Ryan would have picked it just
He
for
was
the-
just being silly.
I know. Still picked it. As it goes out. Right hand side. Matty Mullen. Short it goes to Hartnell. Goes out. Pictionary, my man of the match. Not sure about you guys, but cleared here by Ashwood. He's almost hit the pole. And that's another lost ball, I reckon. It's gone out in the street to the other side of the road. So,
85 gone in the game and really hasn't hit the great heights, but you wouldn't expect that from 3 versus 12th.
Throw in taking, goes back to Pictionary. Goes short. Back to Pictionary it goes. One way then the other. Fife has got it. Back to Troyer.
Black and yellow players in the box.
Just the Fife might crack it. Decides to go wide. Halliday. Toure. Halliday. It's going to shoot. Is that another one? Oh, it's hit the
almost
gutter.
the solar panels.
Have they got any balls left?
Well, they've racked up 14 shots this second half, approximately. Here we go. Watch this on the replay. No excuses for that. No real pressure. I don't think the ball bobbled.
What's this approximately?
Oh, I can't give you that as a spell stat, but an approximate stat, 14 shots. Just this second half, goal attempts. And there's only 3 saves by the keeper, the Gouch, which tells you how many were on target and how many weren't. But a good training run for Joe's boys.
Joe's boys?
Oh, Joe's boys.
That sounds...
Isn't it Joe's boys?
Is that a movie or something?
No, My Cousin Vinny was a movie.
Okay.
We could make it a movie, Rob. Be a very boring one if this was the movie.
So
I don't know what you could analyse out of this game. I reckon the Cat would probably analyse a bit, but Joe...
couldn't do much after with 10 men. They've done a reasonable job in the second half, just to concede 1 goal, I suppose. That's the only positive for Birkalla.
They've put 9 behind the ball, but it's good training for Campbelltown to break that defence down, which they have.
They go into attack, right-hand side for Campbelltown. Controlling it there is Alec Mayola. They go inboard, Pictionary. Looks for support, does switch play. Good switch, no pressure on him. That's Halliday. Hartnell controls. Still a chance for Campbelltown. Trying to find, so it was a shot in the end by Toure. Almost knocked somebody's head off with it, as we are still in the 87th minute mark, so 3 minutes plus time on to go. That's a long switch over the head of Stevens.
Sort of comes to that time of the day, or time of the game again, boys. Who do I venture over to for the LSA man of the match?
I like Pictionary. I don't know about you guys.
Well,
again, he's intercepted.
He's had umpteen touches. Very good with his disposal.
Scored a goal.
Been the architect, hasn't he?
The architect. That's probably the word I'm looking for. He has been the architect.
go-to man.
The go-to man. So I couldn't dispute that too much. He's got a lot of mates out there that could have taken it. A very good all-round performance by Campbelltown. And he scored a goal to boot, so you can't argue too much with that from mine. So I'll second the motion, Rob.
You happy with that, Ryan?
Ryan's gone to sleep as Campbelltown now through Detroit. Good turn. He's going to have a shot from distance. Does, and it's a save.
He was my man for the man of the match. But sorry, boys, what were you speaking? Yeah, sorry, I was just listening to Joan.
No, I was just saying, were you happy with Pictionary as a man of the match?
Oh, boys, if you want Pictionary, I'm more than happy to go to Pictionary.
Watch this on the replay, boys. Louis Detroit. Beautifully weighted shot. He just shows that burst of energy every now and then, Louis, doesn't he? Look at that. Before I thought he was conserving energy. There he was just prepared to expel a bit more energy. And
the goalkeeper was pushing his own player forward. I don't know why.
So he could see,
yeah, maybe.
Before, boys, I was just listening to Joe Mullen, the way he was instructing his players. It's very interesting. I enjoy listening to good coaches instruct.
That's right. You listen to him and not us, mate. That's the way.
Yeah, no, just listening to some intelligence.
Oh, nice one.
Good comeback.
Yeah. I've got Jimbo laughing his head off. We'll have to cut some of these people out, Rob. Get some contracts out on them.
Does that mean I just drop my mic and see you later, boys? Nice knowing you.
Yes.
No, just check your tyres when you go to your car tonight, mate. So it looks like Zarillo on the far side for Birkalla. Donzo, one way then the other. Comes the Zephyr. Chips it forward. Nice, making Plush work though. Plush takes it to the corner flag and concedes the goal kick. So even that couldn't come off for the poor old Burks. 3-0 as you see on the scoreline. The scoreboard almost 90 up. For those watching through Facebook Live, keep going with those comments. One day we'll get someone to respond to those comments.
I think Cassandra's responded a couple
oh,
of
that's
times.
good.
Still score lines. Adelaide City 3-1 up against Olympic thanks to the West Weeks Pizza Bar. Metro Stars still 1-0 up against Sturt Lions. And Croydon Kings and West Adelaide still 0-0.
Wow.
Detroit,
And
Twinkle
here,
Toes.
it is 3-0 to Campbelltown.
See, had he scored a second, Louis Detroit would have been up there for me, a man of the match. It's just a class act, and a bit like Charlie Villani, it just calls on his energy when he needs to, but I'd like to see him give full 90 like that last burst. Campbelltown in possession, in attack. Ball now with Mayolo, lays it off to Mullen. In board, would have been Stevens. Back to Mullen. Comes in board. That's Matthew now, received from Alex. Piscineri Adam. Goes wide, Torre. They're just moving the ball around, conserving a bit of energy for next week, and fair enough. Stevens in board, here's a chance now for Mayolo. Cuts it back, shot! A good save, it was Detroit again. Looking for that second. It's the 5th save by the Gouch.
Hartnell.
Goal attempt.
Yep.
18th of the half. And that's a corner.
That was a great save by the Gouch.
It was. A couple of good saves by the Gouch.
He's made approximately 5 this half. Watch that cut back. Chance for Detroit. Beautiful slow-mo. Whack. And Gouch did well to get down to that. That was low and hard.
Straight up.
That was probably the save of the game for Joe Gouchy. Back to the live action. Corner kick to Campbelltown. It's a short one. Stevens plays it more central. Piscineri chips it into the hot spot. Fife flew but didn't get there. Giving chase is Matty Mullen. Comes in board. Detroit. Probably thought about going for it from out there. Halliday switches the play to Stevens. He goes all the way back to Hartnell.
2 minutes, time on, played.
Hartnell now finds Torre.
Be at least another 2.
They did have a drinks break. Torre felled and, I thought he was going to say that's enough. But he's going to give Campbelltown another chance to maybe get a 4th. We have had a drinks break and it is only 2 minutes, so we expect at least 4. Mullen now from distance
nice.
And just over the bar. Beautiful shot. Alex Mullen. And just over the bar. Gee, they've been shooting like a shooting gallery at the Royal Show here. And the prize is 3 points that they'll take home this afternoon.
Tough gig for Birkalla today here at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre as the referee.
Thank goodness.
Calls it halts, puts Birkalla out of their misery after a good win here by Campbelltown. 3-0 over Birkalla. Warm conditions once again.
Very trying.
Last week it was 30 degrees and this week as well, 33 degrees. So we're starting too early this season.
Yeah, I think we are. I think we are. I know that I think the powers that be like to get these nice weather games in so the crowds increase, but
yeah, I can see them.
Trying to avoid footy too, I think.
No,
AFL.
I've got to agree with Bozza when he says I think the A-League should go back to winter, and I don't think we should be this avoiding mentality. You're either a soccer supporter or you're not, and I don't know, Spoz. I don't think we got to. Bozza summed it up brilliantly. The A-League started in summer because it had no competition.
Just hold that. West Adelaide are leading 1-0
against
Croydon.
Yeah.
Wow.
The new coach syndrome.
The one that Rob picked.
Well done too, Rob.
I missed out on the other one though.
Well,
just thought I'd let you know.
On a sensible
new coach, they always win.
No, fair call, Rob. Fair call. How was your bet with the draw though?
No, missed.
Yeah, right. So we'll go down to our boundary rider thanks to Dry Creek Auto Wreckers. He has our LSA man of the match, Adam Piscineri. And Just some bad news for Adam that I think he's a week too early, that because the week after we'll be giving away 2 bottles of wine to our man of the match.
We can hold it for him,
well,
can't we?
I can't make that decision, Rob.
Adam, I'll hold it for you, don't worry.
Hold it for me.
He'll probably drink it for you, Adam.
Oh, so he comes past the chemist, so...
Oh, here we go, doing the drugs and the alcohol, Rob.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, Rob hooks me up.
Yeah, I'll fix it.
That's obvious. Well, we'll go down to our boundary rider.
This is just a standard. Like, see, I've just zoned out. I'm just used to them two just carrying on their merry old ways. This is like an old married couple, them two. But no, Adam, well done, man of the match. Excellent game. Yeah, good start, Louis, Detroit. You guys, we did your game a couple of weeks ago against against Croydon. Croydon got the result, but it seemed like you had a lot of ball possession, but that final pass, that final cross, that final sort of shot on goal sort of let you down to that game, and you kept Croydon in the game. You were very clinical today. Was that something that you worked on the last couple of weeks? Is that what you took out of the Croydon game?
Yeah, look, the Croydon game was tough because they sit back, they defend really well. And you're right, we worked on it. We watched the game back, we worked on the fact that we needed to score goals. They went up once, they scored, and that was the end of the game, against Croydon. So we've been working on our attacking play, putting Mark being out, didn't really help. But Louis Detroit coming back in up front, he's quick, he can score goals. So that's helped us a lot in the past 3 games. He scored how many goals he scored? 6 goals in 3 games or something. He's doing well. So yeah, we've worked on it and it's paying off at the moment.
Speaking about Louis Detroit, it shows that you've got a lot of good depth in your squad. Is that something that you guys or Joey try to work on in the off-season and bringing in the Mullen boys and Mark now full-time with you boys and Matsumoto and other types of players? Is that sort of what you worked on, what you sort of lacked last year throughout the season, that the numbers sort of dwindled and you didn't have that depth in your squad?
Yeah, definitely. The squad depth is the most important thing, I think, in challenging for the title. Adelaide City always have it every year. And that's why they're always at the top every year. So bringing in these boys help us enormously.
Personally, yourself, do you think? I enjoyed watching Louis as a number 9. Do you think that's his best position?
I think he's good offensively. So offensively, he's anywhere on the wing because he's so quick. He's skillful. He can score goals.
He's strong. He's very strong.
He's strong. He's very strong. Yeah, he can play number 9. He can play on the wing. As long as he's scoring goals, I'm happy. Wherever he plays, I'm happy.
Personally, yourself, last year you played a little bit more up the park, a bit more at number 8, number 10. You've sort of dropped back now into a number 6 position. You've brought in Alex Mullen. Yeah. Is that your preferred position, number 6?
Perverted position?
Perverted? No. Is that your
and you reckon we zone out?
Yeah, I got a tongue twister.
Preferred.
Is that your favourite position?
I played the number 6 role back in the youth team days, which was about 2-3 years ago now. I'm familiar with it. Personally, I'd like to play a bit higher, but for the team, if I have to drop back and be the number 6, I'm happy to do it, get on the ball a bit more, which I'm happy to do. So at the end of the day, whatever's good for the team.
Why did Joey put you back into number 6 then?
I think just to get me on the ball a bit more.
Was it because Alex Mullen sort of come in and he sort of had something more for Alex?
Well, Minor left, so Alex took Minor's position straight like that, and sort of me and Kirky just swapped around, that's all there was to it. I'm not too sure Joey's thinking. I just think I'm getting on the ball a bit more right now. So
you enjoy getting on the ball?
I enjoy getting on the ball. I also enjoy scoring, which is all right today. But
straight off the training park?
No, actually.
No?
No. Alex is just like, I'm going to give it to you because no one was pressing me, so I just hit it. Yeah, that was it.
Come off the foot well?
Yeah, it did.
Boys, far away. I'm sure he's sick of me asking questions. Let's see what you 2 old bugger lugs up there have got to answer for.
I want to ask you something out of soccer. The lights.
There we go.
Tell me.
What happened to them?
What do you mean?
LEDs have changed.
What happened to them? You don't know nothing about it?
To be honest, I wouldn't have a clue.
I thought you might.
When was our last time? I can't remember.
Monday night against Para Hills, didn't you play?
We played away. Yeah, we changed them. I'm not too sure why, to be honest.
Not sure why.
Yeah,
Adam, I'll come at you with a soccer question if that's all right, mate, and in English too. What could you get out of a game like today? It looked like it was almost a training run because Birkalla were happy to sit back, especially in the second half when they were down to 10. What do you take out of a game like that today?
I think it's just the mental side of things. Making sure you concentrate for the whole 90. Those sort of games you can let teams back in very easily because they were losing, but they weren't pressing. I mean, they were sitting back. It was just a very different game to usually because, like against Para Hills, we were up 4-0 and they were coming at us, and we ended up letting in 2 goals. Whereas, I don't know, this team, they just sat back for some reason, and it was hard to concentrate. when you've got so much time on the ball. So mentally, keeping concentration was the most important thing.
And the inclusion of those Parry Hills players, Mullins and Matsumoto, certainly increased your chance of winning the premiership this year. I mean, you look good out there with that team, with those players.
Yeah. Well, Alex is an ex-A-League player, played for Sydney FC. Yowi's just amazing, just an amazing player. And Matt Mullen at the back has just given us a bit of grunt back there again. So, yeah, 3 good inclusions.
Adam, how tempting is it to always go to Louis Detroit? Seems to make some magic happen when he gets the ball. What's the instruction once you get the ball, to spread it around or spread the joy around, or predominantly look for him?
Look, it's whoever's free, to be fair, because we know Yowie can do something, Toure can do something. And if Louis can get in those pockets, if he's playing number 9, then I'll try and get it straight to his feet, because I know he can turn really well and he can shoot and he can score. So just whoever's on, really.
Spells, you got anything before we let
I was
Adam?
just going to ask Adam to rub his crystal ball and just give us a bit of an idea of what Joe might say about that second half.
I reckon he'll say 3 points. We've got 3 points. Move on to the next game.
Okay. No injuries, no goals conceded.
Exactly.
Move on to the next game. Get in the ice baths and start recovering.
That's it. Exactly right.
I like what you said, though, Adam. I think it was a test of concentration, and I think you passed it, because Spells was saying, maybe you should have pumped them with a few more goals, but you didn't let them back in. Not that they really wanted to get back in by the looks of it, but the concentration thing is a very, very crucial point. We'll let you get back in.
I wanted to ask you one more.
Adam, certainly.
Rob, we're dying down here. I'm sweating.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Do I get my vino, or what's the story?
Don't worry.
We'll save it for you,
Come
Adam.
to the chemist.
Nah, go ahead.
No,
I'll give you Rob Pepicelli's address.
Ambitions to make it into the A-League one day? Maybe? Still there?
Yeah, I guess I enjoy playing now, so it's just I enjoy playing for
And
Campbelltown.
whatever happens, happens.
Whatever happens, whatever happens, exactly right.
You enjoy playing now, or you enjoyed before?
Oh, I always enjoy it, but it's coming out of that United system. It's just a bit, what's the word? It's just a bit
sterile.
You don't feel wanted sometimes, and when you come back to Campbelltown, it's just you're back. You want to try and enjoy yourself.
It's a tough gig though, being a professional footballer.
Of course. There's only one team in Adelaide, so that's the fact of the matter. Yeah.
Keep trying, mate. You never know what can happen. There might be a second team in Adelaide one day. So
maybe.
Might be young enough still.
Good on you, Adam. Get in there, enjoy it with the
Thanks,
boys, and Robbie will get that wine to you, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Always
Cheers.
enjoy watching you, Adam. Well done, bud.
Thanks, mate.
Adam Piscineri, the LSA man of the match here today. He had a lot of mates out there that could have joined him in that 3-2-1 setup.
What is a 3-2-1?
Yeah, well, that's a very interesting question. How's Ryan's form? He hasn't got his... I was just saying, how's your form? Adam's just played over 90 minutes, and, you've been sitting down in the shade all thing, and you're complaining that you're 5 minutes in the sun. What's wrong with this bloke? I know you've just become a dad. He's just...
boys, just you sit up there, just relax up there in your shorts and your thongs, and while I'm down here sweating out.
I hope you can get to our age.
We've got our cooler bars with us.
Don't worry, boys. I'll just sweat it out week in, week out, just for these ratings. Just for the ratings. This
Probably
is what I do.
need to, Ryan.
Can we just get a waist above shot of Ryan, please? Just waist above whoever's doing Ryan's shot.
He looks good.
Paul doesn't like my fashion.
He's going to be a dad. Well done.
Thank you.
3-2-1s. Yeah, look. Can you pick anyone from Birkalla, apart from Yosef, maybe who didn't stop trying all day, or you just write them off?
No, you write them off.
You can't. Yeah,
okay.
You can't.
For
so
me, it'd be
Louis Detroit's got to be in there somewhere.
And Nicky Harper's number 1, I reckon, boys. Man, look at those eyes. He looked good in pink. He looked good in pink.
These guys both left out the Gouch. I think the Gouch played well too. Don't forget him.
That's not a bad call,
Gouch.
Mr. Pepicelli.
The Gouch, a couple of great saves, but
6 in total in the game. 6 in total. Kept the score maybe respectable.
So Piscineri with 3, Louis Detroit with 2. The 1, who are we going for?
I don't know. Spells?
Oof, that's a tough
Dion
one.
Kirk, I thought.
No.
Worked hard. Alex Mullen, always in the game.
Always in the game.
Matthew
but
Mullen at the
seemed
back.
better.
Halliday, I reckon, worked hard at
Halliday,
wide.
yeah.
Halliday worked wide.
Yep.
Hard wide, yeah.
Okay, we'll go Halladay.
Yeah, okay. Just some stats.
3-2-1 LSA. Let me do that, will you? LSA awards, 3 points
What
to
are you doing?
the LSA. Do it properly.
Okay.
Live streaming Australia.
Yep.
3-2-1 votes. Player of the year is 3 votes to Adam Piscineri, 2 votes to Luigi Detroit, and 1 vote to Jake Halladay, and special mention to the Gouch.
Well done.
By the way, Winks broke the record today, boys.
And Hayes won the goal.
Did you watch any of this game? You're doing the
Oh, well,
footy
the Winks.
scores.
I wanted to see if Winks won.
the racing.
No, the footy.
If you're wondering why...
The Power leading by 20-odd points. So.
Beautiful. Good start to the season, boys.
Well, it was easy work for Campbelltown, we've got to say. Today they ran out easy victors 3-0 over Birkalla. It was 3rd versus 12th, and people asked why were we doing this game. Well, it is to get coverage for a lot of the clubs in the first 12 rounds. So we'll be getting to the business and we'll be getting to the business games in the
next
second
week
half
I
of
think
the
we've got
season.
Metro versus Comets, boys.
Look forward to that one there.
Easter Saturday, normal weekend, boys.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
normal
going
round.
to Moon too, but I'm
So
not
cup
sure.
rounds on Monday?
No.
Cup games on Monday? No.
There is cup games today, boys. Hence why the State League 2 has been postponed because a lot of them are doing their FFA Cup qualifiers.
Okay, just before we go, we'll remind you of the games, the remaining games of the weekend. Rob, do we go through those final scores around the grounds thanks to West
I'll
Beach?
do
Pizza
that
Bar?
once again once I get it up.
And reminding you, there's a Monday night game also, and that is Adelaide Comets taking on Para Hills. That's at 8:15 Monday night if you want to get down to the home ground of the Comets.
Okay.
Is
Adelaide
at
City.
Santos Stadium, Comets?
Santos.
Santos Stadium, you are
Yes.
correct.
Monday
I
night,
don't think it's called
8:15.
Santos though, is it?
Oh,
It's
what's it called?
it's called something else, I thought.
Okay. You know where it is.
State Centre. I think it's called something State Centre.
Athletic State Centre?
Yeah,
State
could be,
Athletic
something
Centre.
like that.
Okay.
Okay, the scores in the NPL round 6. It was on Wednesday night. Adelaide Youth, not 21s or 20, like Paul says. It's Adelaide United Youth 3 defeated Panthers.
Under 21s?
Well, I think it's got a
What's it got, Rob?
Adelaide United Youth. Adelaide City 3 defeated Olympic 1. I picked this one. West Adelaide 1 defeated Croydon Kings 0.
Robbie.
Metro's 1, Sturt Lions 0. Most of us picked that one, and all of us picked this one except for Ryan. Campbelltown 3, West Lions Birkalla 0. Not forgetting, on Monday night, it's Adelaide Comets against Para Hills. You got the live
I
table?
have got the live table here, Rob,
Whoa.
actually. Yep, there you go. You can go through that and just wait for it to completely load before we wrap things up here.
Okay, Adelaide City and on top on 15, equal with Campbelltown, obviously on goal difference are on top. Campbelltown second on 15 and Metro Stars also on 15. That's running away with a little group there. Adelaide Comets have got the game in hand. They're on 10, Croydon on 10, Olympic on 7, Adelaide United on 6, Para Hills still to play their game as well on 6, South Adelaide on 6, so it's bottling up there, isn't it? West Adelaide on 5, Sturt Lions on 4, and Birkalla, I don't think they're going to stay up this year. They'll be going down. They're on 3 points.
Okay, we hope you've enjoyed this afternoon's game, round 6 action, of course, thanks to Elliott and Turner Travel Associates, and they've got specials online. Check them out, check their website out online. Thank the entire team of Live Streaming Australia. We'll start with our boundary rider, Ryan Marveggio. Thank you very much, Ryan.
Glad to be.
Thank
Spells who did about 100 things today on the cameras,
He's
comments, sitting down relaxing in the shade. Chappie, and of course Jimbo, our producer, underneath us here under the stand, and Cassandra, of course, with that great halftime interview, which she will be doing every game, Rob, halftime with the presidents to see what's happening at their clubs. We're at Metros next week. We hope you've enjoyed today's broadcast, round 6 action. It is from Steve Woodcock Sports Centre.
Thank you, Paul.
The entire live streaming team, including Rob Peppicelli.
Oh, you did mention me.
And
okay.
Paul Pellizzari. And you
Sorry.
said yours truly. You were saying that last week. Yours truly. Rob Peppicelli, you were saying.
You were,
You
Robbie.
have a go at me for saying yours truly, Paul Pellizzari.
No, I didn't hear you say thank you to me. I heard you say thank you to everyone else.
self-promotion, boys.
We'll catch you next
Let's
week.
go.
Hope you've enjoyed it. 3-0, Campbelltown, the winners today.
See ya.